doing? I hate you! Oh, God, it's a nightmare! Hey, everybody, welcome to Back Issues. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
This is a comic book chat where we talk about a book, and I break it down for two folks who don't normally have context for it. Today is a brand new day, because we're doing Brand New Day, because there's a movie called Brand New Day coming out, starring Spider-Man. That's right. The next iteration of Spider-Man Tom Holland movies will be called Brand New Day. They're dropping the home moniker, thank God.
It's over. Home is over.
The home, gone.
Yeah, you don't have any home.
What word will they gravitate towards now? Brand New Day? Only time will tell. But Amazing Spider-Man Brand New Day was the initiative and kind of story arc that followed One More Day.
Mm-hmm. So this came after One More Day.
This is why they did One More Day.
This is what they were wanting to get to.
This is what Joe Quesada and company were champing at the bit to give us. They were like so tired of the JMS Spider-Man, of any Spider-Man that was married or had all these old and dusty broken characters in them. Let's get back to basics, baby, and give me a Spider-Man that I remember when I was a little kid.
Tell me again what One More Day was?
It's an oft-ignored story that's more of a footnote in Spider-Man's history, where Spider-Man makes a deal with the devil to erase his marriage. I was there. I quit the book as a result of One More Day. I skipped this. I was right to do it. I remember reading the free comic book day because it was free. I'm like, screw it, I'll read it. Yeah,
I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're paying for it with your soul, though.
I feel like I already did. I feel like I paid that debt a long time ago. But this was... The concept of Brand New Day was actually kind of innovative and interesting. It wasn't just like, all right, we're going to make this horrible, unpalatable thing that will alienate an entire generation of readers so we can get to this period. But instead of doing that, and during One More Day, they collapsed two other Spider-Man titles that existed at the time. Spectacular had ended, and so they canceled Spectacular. So the only other Spider-Man titles that existed were Amazing Spider-Man, Sensational Spider-Man, and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And in One More Day, they made the One More Day story arc take place over Amazing, Sensational, and Friendly. And after One More Day, they canceled Friendly and Sensational and put out Amazing Spider-Man 3 times a month.
So we're still like putting the comic out.
Yes.
Right.
Because theoretically, you were always getting 3 Spider-Man titles a month, but now you're getting 3 issues of Amazing Spider-Man. The premier
same
title.
Spider-Man.
Same Spider-Man,
Is it always
same book.
written by the same person?
Now that's the thing. They brought in a different group of people, and they all were working together. And I remember asking Dan Slott in like 2009, I was like, what is this experience like? And he described it as being similar to Slaughterhouse-Five. That was, Dan Slott likened the experience of working on Brand New Day with all these other creators as essentially being the main character in Slaughterhouse-Five. And I was like, that's a fair assessment, I think.
I kind of figured like you ask him that question, he just throws something at you like, it's like that!
No, he loved it because Dan Slott had been trying to get Spider-Man forever. In fact, he wrote the Ren and Stimpy comic Powdered Toast Man Meets Spider-Man. So, feather in his cap on that one. I believe that was the first comic Spider-Man title that Dan Slott had ever written. But this is what puts Dan Slott on the map for Spider-Man. And
he ultimately got the whole thing.
Yes,
right?
he got the kit and caboodle. He was just part of the team, the rotating 3 other writers that were working on Amazing Spider-Man, and they all had to work together, basically going like, you're going to write this arc or this part of the arc, and then we're going to go to the next guy, and the next guy, and just keep the book coming out 3 times a month until they hit 100 issues.
So that would take like 3 years?
Exactly. And so what they did was, after 100 issues, they collapsed the book to twice a month, and then put out one other non-Amazing Spider-Man story, which I think was Avenging Spider-Man, which no one remembers or has been regarded for. It was a fine book, and that's the book that Dan Slott thought he was going to get. Before One More Day, he was a founding member of the New Avengers. So yeah, Spider-Man had been an Avenger for a while. He was also part of the Underground Avengers when the Superhuman Registration Act was passed during the Civil War.
Right. So it wasn't someone avenging Spider-Man.
No, he was the Avenging Spider-Man. And the idea was that it was a team-up book. So it was Spider-Man with an Avengers adjacent character.
Okay.
So the first story arc was him with Red Hulk, and so on and so forth.
Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Bendis brought Red Hulk into the fold in one of the next volumes of the Avengers book that he had ushered in after the Heroic Age had begun. The Brand New Day kicks off with a free comic book day issue that is drawn by, I believe, Phil Jimenez, and it's like Marvel poached him from DC, got him in here. Dan Slott wrote it. They've since refused to call it the free comic book day issue and instead call it Swing Shift. There's a lot of weird...
Well, we don't want to just keep advertising the fact that all of these were free.
Right, or the fact that like Marvel doesn't own Free Comic Book Day. It's like an initiative that's owned by like a separate entity that all these publishers can work together on, and Marvel doesn't like to admit they work with other publishers sometimes. So it's very much just like it's our thing, and we just integrate it into our collections. And it's just that chapter was called Swing Shift. You could feel this like weird push and pull from Editorial. When pressed on this, Dan Slott had said something basically like, whatever they wanted, I would do it to do Spider-Man. Like, they told him in no uncertain terms, not unlike Scott Snyder when he was brought in to do the main Batman title in the New 52, and they were like, don't think Frank Miller. Like, that is gone. Like, we've erased that. Now what would you do? In this case, it was like, the marriage is over. It's never coming back. We're doing something new. We're introducing new chicks for him to bang. We are giving him a new exciting status quo where he is living in his Aunt May's house and he has money trouble. Just like he did when Joe Quesada was a kid. Yeah, newsflash. That's actually the oldest status quo for Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it's new to you, young readers.
It's new to the young readers who came out in droves for this. They were like, oh, throw a cyber rock you could have hit a post about how this book was for them.
Was it really? Like, young readers really came on board in droves for this?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know how much of it is manufactured, how much of it is nostalgia, and how much of it is just, like, genuine.
People declaring victory.
Right.
Yeah, we targeted new readers, and we got them,
and we got them, and we alienated a significant portion of old readers.
Right.
I'm sorry, were those people that weren't reading the book before you made this change?
Right, and you can't quantify that.
Right.
There's no way to
It's not
prove.
like they do like Nielsen ratings of comic books.
No, but you can easily look at the sales.
Yes, and the sales were fine.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Amazing Spider-Man sells fine no matter what happens. Like in today's world, and when I say today, I do mean the year 2026, I'm saying that Spider-Man sells itself. The reality is, it doesn't matter who's writing it, who's drawing it. Spider-Man sales will never dip. I've been proven right time and time again. Whereas Batman sales can dip somehow, Spider-Man will always sell. Now, that being said, Batman will always outsell Spider-Man. But Spider-Man will always sell over 100,000 copies. And I don't understand it because I've never seen a more vociferous fan base than Spider-Man fans. But I could also imagine a significant portion of Spider-Man readers who were alienated by this book, who quit the book, but never quit bitching about it.
Well, I have to know what happened so I can be upset about it.
Yeah. Even calling it Brand New Day after one more day is an insult.
It is an insult, yes.
What is the Brand New Day initiative?
Yes.
So there were a couple of rules about it. For one thing, no old villains. We are making new stuff off the back of an ancient status quo.
But you still have the same Spider-Man.
Same Peter, all that stuff happened to him, except for the marriage.
Right.
And they were just super serial boyfriend.
They were super serial boyfriend. That's what it says. Mary Jane and Peter dated seriously for years, but for as yet undisclosed reasons, they eventually broke up.
And that's the other insult, is that in the end of One More Day, which JMS has all but said Joe Quesada wrote for him. Like, JMS wrote One More Day, but under duress. And not that he didn't want to do it, but he pitched a completely different idea. He wanted time travel. He wanted to make it have happened.
Right.
Like, if we're going to erase the marriage, we have to go back in time. And you also want to bring back Harry Osborn from the dead, and you want to get rid of the organic web shooters, and you want to bring back Gwen Stacy from the dead, which is what Joe Quesada definitely wanted, and he said it out loud in multiple interviews. But like, there's all these things he wanted to see happen. Oh, and you want to bring back Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn from the dead, and put Peter in Aunt May's house. Like, that would be like if I took over Spider-Man, and then suddenly, without warning, and with no context or build-up. Spider-Man was just married again. And there were all these really weird, grounded stories about Spider-Man's emotionality and mental state. And him being 30-something. Like, it just suddenly. And there'd be this weird absence of new characters from 2008. It's that agenda-driven.
Right, and like abrupt.
And jarring.
Even though he wasn't writing it, he was kind of writing it.
He wasn't even the editor of the Spider-Man book. He was the editor of the company. He was editor-in-chief of the company.
Right, it's like, let me just get in there and just...
Steve Wacker just did whatever he was told.
Yeah.
Steve Wacker was the editor. Anything that anyone has ever said about Nick Lowe, everyone who was reading Spider-Man said about Steve Wacker before him. Which is why I was actually slow to believe any discourse about Nick Lowe, because I'm like, I'd heard all this already. Just
This is
people
what you always
who read Spider-Man hate the editor of Spider-Man.
Right.
Marvel literally just fired 3 editors today, and none of them were Nick Lowe, Tom Brevoort, or C.B. Cebulski. And it's because the motherfucker sells books. And when I say sells books, I mean he happens to coincidentally be working on a book that sells itself.
Yeah, that's...
It's like being the president of Coca-Cola and then getting a $50 billion bonus for selling more Coca-Cola. Like,
wow, you sold the #1 soda in the country.
Great work. How'd you do it?
I don't know, just, grinding. I get up at 3 a.m., I work out,
Yeah, work hard every day to make sure that Coke is the #1 brand.
Innovating.
Yep.
AI, that's it's the future.
Automating 2/3 of the workforce.
Exactly. So the status quo of Spider-Man is basically the status quo from like 1972. And great. Actually, it's not even, because Spider-Man wasn't living with his fucking aunt in 1972. He was in college. You
gotta go farther back.
You gotta go farther back. And Dan Slott is kind of like clearly the favorite, though even Dan Slott didn't think he was. And when he was pitching on being the premier Spider-Man title, he didn't know he was being offered Amazing Spider-Man. He thought he was pitching for Avenging Spider-Man. And they're like, you're not getting Avenging Spider-Man.
He's like, damn it.
Yeah. And they were like, we want you on Amazing Spider-Man. And he's like, what? But you have to quit Mighty Avengers.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually said he had to think about it, and then he called his father, and his dad's like, wait, you're fucking stupid? And he's like, okay. So he called immediately and was like, yeah, I'm taking it. And they're like, yeah, we know. No old villains, only new villains. If you are writing on Amazing Spider-Man right now, you are creating new villains, and you're putting them in the book. Old status quo, new villains, new hotness. 2008, baby. Here we go. And so all these new villains are being thrown at the page. Some of them stick, and when I say some, I mean one, and the rest fall to obscurity, because here's a harsh reality about modern comic book creation when it comes to the big two, particularly Marvel. Everyone who gets the job wants to play with the toys they remember, but they also want to make new toys so the thing that they did matters.
So they'll have a legacy.
Yes, but that's rare.
Right, it doesn't work.
It doesn't always work. You can't always have a Spider-Gwen or a Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get Overdrive.
Oh, come on, man. I'm Overdrive.
Oh.
Yeah. He has nanites that make any car into a sweet, awesome ride.
What?
Yup.
I
Like
remember the
this car?
character.
Yeah. He has nanites, so he could take over like a cab or a rabbit and turn it into
Like a
sweet,
supercar?
awesome supercar that he can use to get away in his crimes he commits in Midtown Manhattan.
What?
You know, the place with the most traffic ever.
Famously open roads.
That's why you
clear
need to like
getaways.
jump over things somehow.
Using ramps and other cars.
So he can only make cars with the nanites? It has to be a car?
Well, his name's Overdrive, so he chooses to make cars.
He's not very creative.
His name sucks.
He
His powers suck. The whole thing.
He can rearrange matter, and he uses that ability to make a car into another car.
Into a slightly different car that somehow operates more efficiently and better.
Has a
than
completely
the
different engine, completely different wheels,
nanites.
everything.
That's my answer to that statement.
Right.
Overdrive.
Couldn't he
But
just
only
make
car
a car
parts.
with his nanites?
From nothing?
No, he only has so many nanites. Except nanites make themselves, so you could have as many nanites as you ever need.
So nanites have to move the pieces, like the atoms and stuff, around. So
Right.
it has to already be there. Maybe like a piece of metal he could use.
Sure.
Turn it into
Sure.
a car.
He falls on like if he fell on like a hot dog cart, he could make the nanites turn it into a car.
Right, like a little one.
A little car that he could hop in or ride on. I don't know. Overdrive is the. I can't believe the audacity that Free Comic Book Day. They're like, I know you're mad about One More Day, but Overdrive.
Don't worry, you're gonna
you're
turn your opinion right around.
Like,
Don't
get
drive.
away from me.
It's a race car. Vroom vroom.
I know what you're doing. I know. You're like, ooh, kids love cars.
Yep.
This is a all
And this
ages
is for
Spider-Man.
them after all.
At the end of the day,
Yeah, it's Free Comic Book Day.
Free Comic
That's-
Day,
yep.
all ages book. Put a race
Fine.
car in it.
All right.
But also, let's introduce some other characters. So,
Also, the car has a personality.
well, because there's a guy in it. Overdrive is committing some crimes. Oh, here's the fun part about Overdrive, though. He's a big Spider-Man fan.
Oh, but he's a villain.
What?
That's right. Isn't that funny?
You can't be a Spider-Man fan and be a villain.
No, you
mean,
could.
you
Yeah,
can.
you think Spider-Man's cool? You think he's rad? You think
He's
he's
got a
fun
lot
and
of
marketable?
cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
You know?
He's like, I steal, yeah, but like Spider-Man wouldn't hate me. And then Spider-Man attacks him, and he's like, oh man, it's so cool that I'm meeting Spider-Man.
For the
So
wrong
cool that
reasons.
Spider-Man's ripping my car apart.
Yeah, but what do I care? I use nanites.
Right,
to
the
make it
nanites
It's not
Just
even
make another
my
car.
car.
Exactly. You're actually destroying someone else's property. So, the context for Spider-Man actually springing into action is that he's been inactive for like 100 days.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Why?
you should also remember that during this time, the Superhuman Registration Act has passed. Cap lost the Civil War.
Right.
And Iron Man is now director of S.H.I.E.L.D. And so they're starting the 50 State Initiative, and only registered superheroes are allowed to superhero. Spider-Man is not one of them, or was one of them until after the events of One More Day.
Right.
In which case, everyone forgot who he was. But he did heel turn on Iron Man.
Right.
And now he's
he's
a
a bad
fugitive.
guy.
So he's a bad guy in the eyes of the law.
Right.
Hey, can Overdrive soup up a car and
Get
then,
back to Overdrive
and
for a
then
second.
leave the car and it stays as it is, or do the
Or
nanites
do the
go with
nanites
it?
have to be
I think they come
constantly
with
in
him.
the
I think it's
car?
more like when he's in the car, the nanites make the car, or he makes the nanites become a car, and then the
But when
nanites
the
are
nanites
essential
are
to him.
removed, does the car revert back to its previous form?
Presumably, though I've only seen it destroyed, so it's like hard to tell
so you can't
what
really
it
tell
looked like.
what would have
ever.
happened if it hadn't been destroyed.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Like, you could have a great business just souping up cars with your nanites.
Yeah, but I
selling
Yeah.
I think you take the nanites back after.
Yeah, but
it's
if it
over.
could permanently rearrange the
Oh,
shape
that's
of the
true,
car,
yeah,
it
yeah.
could just be like, "Whoop, there your car's
Now
fixed."
it's a different car,
and it's a better
or
car.
It's a better car. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the reality is, every Spider-Man villain would do better if they'd used their powers or
just make
alterations
money.
to just make money.
Yep.
Spider-Man has been inactive for 100 days, which is so heroic of him. He's lying low. The heroes are searching for him.
He was waiting for his background to get, fixed.
Yeah,
straightened
he's waiting
out.
for the new retcons to
like,
to
wait,
sink
what's
in.
my
What can I do?
quo?
What can I not do?
He was
Yeah.
moving back in with his hand.
Well, and the other thing is we don't know, so we
so we can fill it in later.
Exactly.
We can go back.
just he's been gone. Something happened where he and Mary, because remember, Mary
Maybe
Jane
he's
went.
mourning the loss of his marriage.
Well, kind of. They're kind of like, look, the marriage is over, and so is their relationship. Like something.
Yeah,
but-
no shit.
But something happened, and one day we'll tell that story in a book called One Moment in Time, which sucks on toast. And we've talked about it already, so thankfully we're covered on that front. But the fact is, the Mary Jane, what happened? That's a looming question.
Oh.
That's another fun
but I know what
mystery
happened.
box.
The devil broke up
No,
their
no, no.
marriage.
Yeah, that broke up their marriage.
Right.
But why did they stop seeing each other after that?
Oh, after that.
After that, why is Peter
Well, maybe it's because
able...
Peter decided to give up his marriage to
Right.
save his
No, but remember...
ancient
Maybe
aunt.
it's because they were like, hey, we've been engaged or steadily dating for like years now.
Yeah, I lived through a miscarriage with you, and we still didn't get married? That's kind of weird, don't you think? And it's like, no, but also, what? But the other thing is, Joe Quesada was interviewed immediately following the end of One More Day and dovetailing into Brand New Day, and the takeaway quote for him is, when people asked him, like, why did you do this? What about this? There are no guarantees in mainstream comics. That was his first
That doesn't
answer
explain
to
it.
the question about One More Day, where we're like,
Yeah.
why did you retcon the marriage out? Why did you do this? And he's like, there's no guarantees. All right, first of all, I don't promise you, no one promises you anything, okay? So don't expect shit.
Right,
I
like it to
expect-
make sense or anything.
Well, for a marriage to last, for a character to stay dead, for a book to make sense, for it to emotionally satisfy you in any way. There's no
For me to
guarantees.
explain the plot, don't expect...
Don't expect much, okay?
Anything.
I am actually quoted from Babylon 5 creator J. Michael Straczynski in saying to him when pushed on how it works, it's magic, we don't have to explain it. It's like you're in charge of a character named Doctor Strange whose whole preoccupation is magic.
Right, which is explained in
Which is
exhaustive
explained
detail
in
in the
exhaustive
pages
detail,
of his books.
but we don't have to explain it because I use it as a dodge or a hustle in order
Right.
to get my own agenda through.
Yeah.
But again, I don't want to necessarily bag all on one more day. I just want to talk about like
Right.
the initiative. Here's
Yeah,
what it looks like.
what happens.
So Peter's been laying low, allowing for his continuity to get like all loosey-goosey so they can really firm it up later. And I love that Spider-Man would ever stop being Spider-Man for any length of time.
Right.
He used that time, I guess, to like lick his wounds, get over his relationship with Mary Jane, which had been in full force up until that point. Loses
Drown
his
himself
apartment
in a lot of pizza.
and wheat cakes. So he moves back in with Aunt May, whose house is restored despite it having been burned down during the JMS era.
Oops.
But again, deal
Oh,
with that.
the insurance rebuilt it.
No, magic.
Brick for brick. Oh, magic.
Magic.
Well, that was part of the deal.
That was part of the, that was also part of the deal.
Yeah, well, and her house has to be back the way it was.
Yeah, and his friend Harry has to be alive again, and the organic webbing has to go back to being original web shooters.
How does undoing the marriage do
Anything
all of
else?
that?
And anything else you want before we wrap this up? Oh wait, let me think. Gwen Stacy can come back. No, it's enough.
I was waiting for you to say that.
I know. I knew you were gonna go there. Because you thought I was just gonna roll out the red carpet of retcons. So Overdrive is driving around. Spider-Man's
Right.
trying to
stop him.
stop him.
He robbed a bank or something.
J. Jonah Jameson is upset. He's, of course, editor-in-chief of the Daily Bugle. The Daily Bugle circulation is down in the toilet because it's been making its bones for the better
Spider-Man.
part of 4 decades at this point on Spider-Man.
You're telling me that for 100 days they haven't been able to sell papers because Spider-Man's been like
Absent from
gone.
them.
Yes.
Well, probably for the first, like 40 days, they ran stories about where is Spider-Man?
Right, and then- but
what
that-
might Spider-Man be doing? What would I do if I was Spider-Man?
Retrospective on the worst thing Spider-Man has done.
Right, the 10 worst things Spider-Man ever did.
Why does no one remember Spider-Man's face or name, even though he took his mask off on TV?
Yeah, wait, what happened with that whole mask thing?
The top 10 worst things about Spider-Man. Number 7 will blow your mind.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the top 10 reasons we don't need a Spider-Man.
Why the world doesn't need a
Why the
Spider-Man.
world doesn't need Spider-Man. Yeah.
Whoa, that's very derivative.
Yeah. You can win a Pulitzer.
Are we Lois Lane?
Exactly.
Right.
And then Betty comes back in. She's like, Spider-Man's been reported. And he's like, Spider-Man, yes! Like, oh, get me pictures of Spider-Man and write up the next review about why Spider-Man sucks. Meanwhile, we go to like the bar where all the D-list supervillains hang out. The bookie is like, oh, there's a new villain in town. His name's Overdrive. What do you think? And they're like, new villains are stupid. They're never gonna last. It's not a good idea. Spider-Man's gonna beat him.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, but he's new, so he might win because he doesn't know him. Spider-Man doesn't.
I'm supposed to know how to fight him.
So then everyone
Are they taking down their own concept in this book?
it's just Slott being like self-referential. He's like,
Right.
listen, I know what you're gonna say. I'm gonna address it
I
right
get it.
now.
I'm gonna have
and
all
then we
these
can move
characters
on.
say it, yeah.
The villains say it.
Right, I'm going
Like
to put your words in the mouths of bad guys.
See, you're the villains.
You're the villains. Might want to change it up. Maybe start,
See how predictable you are?
So Spider-Man is, chasing after Overdrive. Somehow Overdrive manages to reach speeds that drag Spider-Man behind him, despite the fact that, again, I can't emphasize this enough, living in the shadow of New York City my entire life, I've never seen a car get over 18 miles per hour anywhere near where they are.
Yeah, certainly not in the middle of the day.
Certainly not in,
Maybe at like 2 in the morning.
Right, but this is like 2 in the afternoon. So Overdrive ends up doing some kind of like a big booster maneuver that explodes some things.
Oh yeah, he hits the nitro.
It's the nitro, and so this causes a car to like launch behind Overdrive and fire into the crowd. Spider-Man is not able to save the crowd, but does manage to divert the car. But that's when we can debut a brand new hero, registered as part of the initiative.
Right.
Jackpot, who looks suspiciously like an absent character from the mythos, Mary Jane. That's right. And her name is Jackpot.
Jackpot.
Because
like he just hit it.
like he used to hit the
I'm going to be hitting that
Right.
jackpot all night.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I'm not married anymore, so I can hit that jackpot.
Right, but that jackpot is meant to look like the jackpot you've already been hitting.
Spider-Man
Yeah, but sometimes you want to hit a new
Spider-Man doesn't
jackpot, you know?
remember.
Spider-Man.
Like a jackpot you haven't already hit like 1,000 times.
What do you mean?
So Spider-Man remembers none of it?
Neither Spider-Man nor Mary Jane remember Mephisto or the deal. They remember everything that happened up until Mephisto showed up.
So according to them, they were always together, but they were never.
But they were never
That's
married.
right.
Their memories were like replaced with a memory that they
Omitted the marriage.
they were about to get married and then they didn't.
Yes. Well, and then one moment in time retcons that Mephisto goes back in time and prevents
changes
the
it,
marriage
yes.
from happening. So
Yeah, but
they remember the false memory.
originally
Yes.
they just remember not being married for some reason.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Like everyone else.
Right.
Hey, how come you guys didn't get married?
I don't know. Oh, what was
Yeah, and then
I think
Casada's
we,
like, all right, I'll step
we,
in and I'll write that story.
Yeah.
And it's just awful. Just horrible, that story. But anyway, here's Jackpot. And I'm like, so this whole book is a troll. Like you're calling it Brand New Day after one more day.
Well, that's Mephisto fucking around.
Right.
It's like
That'd be amazing if she was
Look
nothing.
who's here.
But you're like, okay, so I see. So Mary Jane is now a superhero, and she's actually a registered superhero. You can see them at odds. That's not Mary Jane.
Right.
I'm cutting right to the
just
chase.
meant to suggest Mary Jane.
Right,
It's
with
not.
this stupid name and this terrible costume.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm sponsored
this
by Atlantic
costume
City.
Right?
is awful.
Yeah, she's Jersey's premier superhero for the 50th initiative. I hate Jackpot with every fiber of my being.
More than Overdrive.
More than Overdrive. Overdrive, at least you can make into a Matchbox car. Jackpot is nothing. Jackpot is a troll. Maneuver of epic proportions.
What are her powers?
She's lucky.
So's Black Cat.
Yeah, she's unlucky.
Yeah, she's
No, she makes other people
makes
unlucky.
Yeah.
Which makes her
happen.
lucky.
No, that's two powers. She makes other people unlucky.
And then she just strides through after the chaos.
Yeah, but then she profits from that.
Yeah.
True,
That's
but
being lucky.
yeah, no, that is being an opportunist.
I guess if bad things happen
Domino
to
is lucky. Black Cat is unlucky.
I see.
And Jackpot is neither of those things. Jackpot has increased strength, durability, stamina.
Oh.
Why
And
is she called Jackpot?
Because
so let's talk about Jackpot.
yeah, let's get into
Let's
it.
just cut through the
Let's
quick.
cut to the quick on Jackpot.
Jackpot-
I guess you're not supposed to know.
You're not supposed
because
to-
you're supposed to think it's Mary Jane.
You're supposed to think it's Mary Jane.
Right.
And
Right.
by the way, this is a troll. Like if you were like sticking around after one more day, now they're like, oh yeah, what happened to Mary Jane? She's a superhero. Oh, maybe you'll see Spider-Man and Mary Jane teaming up, fighting bad guys. Maybe they'll get back together. You never know. Boop. So
She calls him Tiger even.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
to further sow the seeds,
Yeah. To
that
further
she is
fuck with
100%
you.
just fuck with you. Yep, that's what this book is. So
I'm sorry, I meant to call you Spider, not Tiger. I don't know why that slipped out.
and it's like that's the thing is that like this book irrevocably changes Spider-Man. Like Brand New Day changes Spider-Man from this initiative forward as a title, as a book, and as a relationship with the readers. I don't just make a book that's not for you. I make a book that isn't for you, and it makes fun of you for not being about you. Like it
I'm gonna remind you constantly how not for you it is.
yes.
I'm going to take your money and I'm going to pants you every day.
Every
that
time
I
I'm
do.
gonna make fun of you for giving me your money.
Yeah.
And
Why are you still reading this?
right, and insult
It's not for you.
It's not for you.
But I know you are, so that's why I'm putting these in here.
Yes. Yes. And new readers who have no idea are like, oh, is that what happened to Mary Jane? She's a superhero now? That's pretty cool. And it's like, what?
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I'll talk about Jackpot in a minute.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man.
Yeah, what about this overdrive? He's got to deal with
some
overdrive.
cops are chasing Overdrive. Spider-Man hops on the cop car. There's two cops in there. One cop is pro Spider-Man. The other one, Vin, is anti-Spider-Man. And he is just J. Jonah Jameson in a police uniform. Like, he's literally like, Spider-Man's a menace, and I hate him, and I hate vigilantes, and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And
I love the Daily Bugle.
And his personality is that he doesn't like Spider-Man, and that's it. Like, Vin, and but what about this? What if Spider-Man finally, forgivably, moves out of his Aunt May's house, gets an apartment? Well, who's roommate? Vin the cop. And Vin, but Vin hates Spider-Man, and Peter is Spider-Man. Oh, it's so cool. And it's just like, okay,
Oh my God.
tell me that story. Like, tell me that story.
Well, and then
He commits grievous fraud and goes to jail.
Vin?
Yeah.
Like
He breaks every code of ethics that he's ever sworn to uphold and then goes away forever. But for right now, he's just like, you got two cops in the car. And it's kind of evocative of Dark Knight Returns, when Batman returns.
Yes.
And you got the two cops. You got the young rookie, and you got the old grizzled guy. And the old grizzled guy's like, "Hey, Bats, welcome back." And the young guy's like, "Well, this guy's a criminal." And them in the car. So they end up, they end up T-boning Overdrive off a bridge. Spider-Man webs the car, stops Overdrive, writes a little note, courtesy your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's back. He's been out of the loop 100 days. Also, 100 years, Rick and Morty.
100 years.
100 years, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
Daily Bugle.
I mean, that will happen at some point.
It's true. But Spider-Man's been out of commission for 100 days. He's been lying low. He doesn't want to get arrested by fucking Iron Man right now.
Right.
But he had to get involved. Now, what was Spider-Man
Overdrive,
doing?
you see.
Overdrive. We got to pull
It's such a problem.
We got to get Spider-Man out of retirement. What's going to do it? Overdrive. Spider-Man is also picking up a birthday cake for Aunt May, because Aunt May's birthday is May 5th. And I was like, is this the first time we find out that Aunt May's birthday is in May? So he's got this cake, and he's like, I'm not Spider-Man, so I'm gonna be, he like calls Aunt May, I am gonna be on time for your birthday for the first time since I was 15. Let's go. I've even got the cake. So he webs the cake.
I've never gotten you a cake before. It doesn't matter that I was married before.
That's true. So he webs the cake in an alley and then goes after Overdrive. And also returns to public life, threatening to be arrested by, the effing legal Avengers. Like, Ares, God of War, could come and arrest him.
Right.
Because he's a registered member of the team. But I'm going to risk it to stop this guy who's driving the car too fast.
Well, I'm on my way to
my Aunt May's
birthday.
Well, he's driving the car way too fast.
Time.
Something's funny about that.
Yeah. Oh, so while Overdrive's in the car, he gets a call because his benefactor is actually Mr. Negative. Who's Mr. Negative? New character, invented by Slott, put in this, huge villain in the Spider-Man games. There's actually a plot point from this comic that's in the game. It's the Devil's Breath, the lethal gas that Mr. Negative threatens to release.
Yeah. Okay.
That comes up. But Martin Lee, cutting to the chase on friggin' Mr. Negative. Martin Lee, supposed benefactor of the Feast Center, which is, widely popular now as the result of the movie, the video game, the comic series. But Aunt May volunteers at the Feast Center. It's a charitable organization that helps home clean and feed the homeless.
Yeah, it's Feast for Famine.
Exactly. Martin Lee runs it, but when he's not, he's Mr. Negative, evil crime boss, and gang leader.
I mean, is he really that negative if he has a nice charitable organization?
And that's what the thing. He's yin and yang. He's negative positive. So that's Mr. Negative. And Mr. Negative's like making a play for this town. Oh, two new characters, two new evil villains.
Is it
Overdrive,
like split personality? Like I can't help who I am?
He is aware of who he is when he's switching. It's not like he's Jekyll and Hyde. We didn't go that far, which I'm not sure which one I'd prefer, but he's fully cognizant and aware that he is Mr. Negative when he's Martin Lee. He's just like keeping up the dual identity. But yeah, he switches and he has powers of persuasion and so forth. So that's the introduction of Mr. Negative. The end of the issue is that Spider-Man actually ends up beating Overdrive in about 20 minutes. He's like, haha, time to spare. Wait, my webbing takes an hour to dissolve, so I gotta mangle the cake. But I can't.
To get it out of the webbing?
So I gotta wait an hour for the cake to be freed from the webbing, so I missed the party anyway.
I'm sorry, her party was only an hour?
Right? And the cake's ruined.
Who else was there?
We only see like the last straggler leave, and Aunt May is just like, oh, Peter. Because Peter's asleep on the couch because he's exhausted.
Disappointed me again.
Yes. She's like, I wish you could learn some responsibility. And I'm like, holy Jesus H. Christ, I can't believe this is what you gave me in place of what I just read for like the last couple of years from JMS. Like, I was enjoying these really fun, rich stories that feature Spider-Man having a complex adult relationship with Aunt May, and now he's literally living in her house again. There's a sequence where
you're a bum.
She wakes him up and she's like, Peter, I have to go. I'm working a double shift. Aunt May has a rich social life. And she's like, Peter, I gotta go. You gotta fend for yourself tonight. And then you gotta get out and get a job. And he's like, what, no wheat cakes? Like, don't you understand?
Like he's an asshole.
Right, like he's a piece of shit. No, he's mugging for the camera. It's like, yeah, you think it's like it used to be, but it's not. Because it's sadder. Because he's an adult man-child.
Yeah.
And everyone
It's
else,
like, I know,
and that's the most frustrating thing is that everyone else in his entire supporting cast can grow and change. Like, they're not making deals with the devil unless they have a spider in their name. Because as it stands, Dr. Octopus, who becomes the Superior Spider-Man, makes a deal with Mephisto. Miles Morales, deal with it. Like there's constant Spider.
Yeah, that's like an element of Spider-Man stories now.
Yeah, is that he makes deals with the devil.
Yeah,
that
I was like, wait, a spider character?
Oh, I'm gonna make a deal with him.
Deal with you?
Like,
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet. Oh, well, thankfully there's so many of you. I can
always
make
making
deals
deals with
forever.
one of you, yeah.
Stupid. That's the opening. It's just like, okay, he beats Overdrive. We meet Mr. Negative, and he's a big, stupid man-child. But what about the first issue of Brand New Day? And the
first actual issue.
page, the book is drawn by Steve McNiven, who drew Civil War. So you're like, whoa. And we're getting superstar talent. That's the other thing. Like, you might not necessarily be excited about seeing, like, you know, the guy who wrote that neat Arkham Asylum comic from recent years, Dan Slott, on this, because you don't necessarily know him or recognize his name, but you do know Steve McNiven. And you're like, all right, I'm willing to give this a shot. And when I say you, I mean, like, you know, whenever new readers are coming in. But they do this convention where the first page of every issue of this first arc by Dan Slott and Steve McNiven features Peter locking lips with someone else as a full page splash.
Non-Mary Jane.
Can we go back to the free comic book day issue for like a split second?
Sure.
You wanna see the...
What the hell did Jackpot even do?
Oh, she pulled someone out of the way of the car
And introduced herself.
and introduced herself. And it's such an obnoxious page. Make way, everyone, for Jackpot. Look at my terrible costume. Spider-Man ends up like pulling someone out of the car. And when he does, that person's like, hey, you hurt me when you did that. I'm going to sue you. Because, like, you know, public opinion couldn't mean more negative about Spider-Man.
Right, because you were the bad guy in the Civil War.
You're the
joined the
loser
wrong
of the
side.
Civil War,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
have like a vague recollection you took something from me.
I can't trust you.
Yeah,
Right.
I just feel like I can't trust you.
Plus, you wear that mask.
Right. And real heroes don't, except
Right.
for all of them. Like Jackpot.
Yeah,
like
the
Jackpot
mask that
is
she's
wearing.
wearing.
Except Jackpot's costume is terrible. And it's like, well, you're clearly Mary Jane, which is why the whole
Right.
thing is a costume.
Right.
Modeled after her favorite actor, Mary Jane Watson. You know, from that show and those movies.
Wouldn't you be a doctor then?
No, I don't remember if Sybil was a doctor on Secret Hospital. We don't get a lot of like actual
Yeah, it was
footage
a show
from
called Secret Hospital, but General Hospital isn't only about doctors.
That's true. Mary Jane never wears a doctor's outfit in that show.
Okay,
She might
I'm willing to
be
put some
married
money
to
down
a
on that.
doctor.
that's fair.
Well, I don't know. She was sleeping around on that show.
Oh.
No,
Well, she could have been married to a doctor.
they may not even be doctors in that show.
Yeah, right? Maybe it just takes place in the hospital. Maybe it's all just people who are being admitted in the hospital and banging. Anyway,
So she's on 2 pages.
So 2
Literally,
pages.
Jackpot's on 2 pages
yeah.
in that issue.
And then she goes away.
And then she goes away.
They're like, nope.
Oh, but you'll see her
Okay, so
again.
she did nothing. Got
Well,
it.
she
She's
saved a
saying
person.
someone.
Yeah.
Again,
Ugh.
nothing.
And Spider-Man's like, thanks, Jackpot.
Yep, maybe I'll see you
"You got a
around.
tiger."
You got a tiger. Wink. I'm Mary Jane. Nope, not really.
Yeah, but now, can you imagine, though?
I unfortunately can. And what's
I
worse,
did initially.
what's even worse is she will be Jackpot. That like they
What?
won't let this Jackpot thing go. Like
No.
like almost 20 years later, they're like, you know what? Let's pay that off.
Oh, you know what we never did?
You know, we never did. We never actually made Mary Jane Jackpot. Let's do it now. Let's make it one of the worst decisions we've ever made with the character. One of.
I mean, you could do that.
We could.
See,
We
that's
really
what I
for
remember.
anything because
I
there's no guarantees.
I remember her being Jackpot.
Right. It's like it's been
Right?
so long
Wait,
since
wasn't she
Brand New
already
Day.
Jackpot? Or
Wait, well, I thought she was Jackpot because her origin is so complicated and such bullshit. It's like, wait.
Wait, wasn't she wasn't Jackpot?
I thought
What?
Mr. Smithers shot Mr. Burns.
No, you're thinking of the viewer mail episode where they show the alternate
That
ending.
was Maggie. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, and so does Jackpot. Jackpot is a nobody named Sarah Errett, and she was a doctor who is working on, like, I think the cure for Parkinson's, and she accidentally injects herself with lot 777, and it gives her super awesome jackpot powers. And what she discovers is that she can make a difference, and so she joins the initiative and becomes a superhero. And her family almost dies, or she's like almost hurt. Like she has a husband and a child, and they're almost harmed, and so she literally sells the identity to another person. What? Like she sells the costume, the wig, and the name and the registration card, all that shit.
Sell your registration?
You certainly can't. Like, I would love it if Sarah was arrested by Iron Man for, like, I don't know what that would be, for counterfeit superhero registration. Like,
Right. You can't just pass someone else off as the
No.
hero you
it's
registered
identity
under.
theft. Like, you can't just... What?
Did she sell the formula?
No. No.
Importantly, no.
No. Well, because there isn't anymore. She used it on herself by
Right.
accident. So she sells...
And she's...
the identity, the character of
To someone who has
Jackpot.
other powers, I assume.
No, she sells it to Alana Jobson, and Alana Jobson just wants to be a cool superhero. No powers.
But what's she gonna do?
Die? I will say Jackpot's powers, as far as luck goes, aren't quite as on the nose as Mary Jane's luck powers will become in recent years.
Where it's like Rube Goldberg machine stuff, I
Yes,
assume.
She
Yep.
has a bracelet that is like a slot machine. And
That sucks.
every time that it comes up,
Ching, 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 ching,
it
ching.
gives her a different power set, or she could die.
What?
That's right.
She could die?
She's always
It's like, well, it's very unlikely, but
It's
technically
always a
I
roll of
could.
the dice.
it's always a roll of the dice. So it's like, I might become pure vapor for a little while, or I could die, or I could have Spider-Man powers or something.
Or I could turn into butter, and then I just have to wait or
until
pull it again.
until it breaks, or pull it again if someone else could do that for me. That'd
Right.
be great. But it's just like, once they introduced it, I was like, so you just hate this character. You don't want to do this.
Like, of course we hate the character. Jackpot's terrible. We're trying to kill it.
Like, what, do you write for The Witcher? Like, do you just hate the property you're working on? Like, so Alana Jobson doesn't have any powers, but she is a drug addict, and they do have this thing called mutant growth hormone.
no.
So she takes the mutant growth hormone and drugs to supplement her powers so that she can continue to be a superhero. So she ODs and dies. And then that's the end of Alana Jobson. And seemingly the end of Jackpot, except for the fact that Sarah Arrett does take over the identity again, but then her husband dies.
Well, there
as
always
result
has to
of
be a
that.
jackpot.
There must be a jackpot. I mean, we got to make Jackpot working. Otherwise, what's the point of Brand New Day? So then Boomerang kills Sarah Arrett's husband, and then she takes her kid and leaves, goes to the other coast, and it was Sarah, and then she passes it to Alana. Alana dies. Sarah gets it back. Sarah loses her husband. That's gone. And then no one's Jackpot. And then irrespective of that, Mary Jane gets luck-based powers or slot machine-based powers.
Right.
And goes by Jackpot in a completely different costume that Black Cat gives her, which does uphold the noble tradition of sucking.
So it is kind of like Jackpot.
So it does honor the tradition of Jackpot.
Who
in that
sucks?
It is a violation of the character, it frustrates everyone who's reading it, and it sucks on toast. So that's Jackpot. But we're also not revealing who she is the whole time in the first volume of Brand New Day, so that you can think that Peter is trying to rekindle his relationship with Mary Jane, but really he's just flirting with some random girl.
But like, in his eyes, because she's a superhero,
Right.
he's just like, I mean, maybe it's Mary Jane.
Right.
Looks a lot like her.
It looks a lot like her, but she's wearing that mask, though. And even though I was seriously dating her for the majority of my life, because I can't see her cheekbones, she's a complete mystery.
I did not realize he thinks it is Mary Jane
Yeah, no, he does.
until she says her name is Sarah.
Right, but like...
What? I thought it was just to trick the reader, and they
No.
just didn't address
And
it.
he's just a moron? No,
Oh, no, and that they just cut out all the parts where they would have talked about who they are
Right.
and let you assume
Yes.
that they're mentioning each other's names
No.
between the pages.
No, every time... Well, because he rarely gets like a good look at her but or hangs out with her, but when he's in her presence, he's like, you're Mary Jane. And I'm like, she's not.
Why would you think that?
But that's what's so funny is...
Why would you, Spider-Man, think that?
Right, because I want the reader to think that.
Yeah.
Right. Did Mary Jane know?
No.
Before, okay.
Mary Jane has no idea about... Mary
About
Jane
Jackpot?
has no idea that someone is impersonating her as a registered superhero.
No, not what I'm asking.
Or someone who's a
At any
lookalike.
point during their long relationship, did Mary Jane know that Peter was Spider-Man?
Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah,
Okay,
everything's
and now
the same
it's
except for they're not
undone.
married.
Everything is the same. She still knows he's Spider-Man.
Oh, Mary Jane still knows he's Spider-Man.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she just left.
Yeah.
It-
They just weren't married.
They just weren't
And then
married.
they
but
broke up.
everything, But every story that you read
Yeah.
starring
Happened.
them
They lived together.
exactly the same way, except that they were married.
They were super serial dating.
Right.
It's just that they weren't married.
Yeah.
In the beginning of this book, when she comes out with the character Jackpot.
Yes, when Jackpot appears for the first time.
Exactly. And calls him Tiger, he's like, why are you doing this bit? Mary Jane, why are you doing this to me?
In the
We're
case
broken
of
up.
her doing that, he's already swung away. She's really doing that just for the reader. It's just to
Yes,
indicate to
he
the
doesn't
reader.
hear that.
But she is called. But like, why are you saying that? Like, why are you
Oh, I
saying
don't know.
that yourself?
I just independently said that for no reason.
Because the actress Mary Jane Watson sometimes works that into her material.
Oh, and she's my favorite actress.
And I'm approximating it, to sell the look that I'm actually. Can you imagine? Like, hi, I'm a superhero, and I am just some girl named Sarah Errett.
Right.
But I'm dressed like Sabrina Carpenter.
I look like Sabrina
And I
Carpenter.
use her mannerisms.
Yes,
and
and
like,
also I use like special references to like family or to pop culture that I would be known for.
And I put out songs, too.
It's like, but Mary Jane should sue like the initiative and be like, what are you doing?
yeah, but she didn't even know this was happening.
No. The worst is that she
Okay, but
eventually
her
does...
publicist should be calling her
True.
nonstop.
Have you heard
What
of
are
the
you
Jackpot
doing?
character?
Yeah, hey Mary Jane, I'm seeing you on the.
Are
10 o'clock
you
news.
Jackpot?
Are you Jackpot? No, I'm in LA. I'm doing some.
Oh, well, then
photo shoot. Well, then we have a lawsuit on our hands. We're gonna sue Iron Man.
And we are going to get paid.
Yeah, we're gonna get paid out the ass.
We're gonna
sue
get
Shield.
government money.
Yes, the biggest slush fund you've ever seen. While Peter's trying to get a job at nighttime.
He has a job. He's a photographer.
No. He hasn't been a photographer since before JMS took over. He was a teacher before that.
Wait, the devil made him lose his job too? Or that's separate?
Now, Peter lost his job all on his own.
No, the economy made him lose his job.
Yeah, no. Well, he lost his
Did
job.
he lose his job as part of One More Day?
Yeah, he lost his job as part of Civil War.
Oh, right, okay.
So the book opens with Peter making out with this woman.
Yeah, what's up
And he's
with
like,
that?
And he's like, I know this seems weird. This is not my normal status quo.
How'd we get here? Let's go
Let's go back 24 hours. And 24 hours ago, there's a dude in a Spider-Man mask who's mugging people. That's the Spider Mugger. This is a guy who found or approximated a Spider-Man mask. I like to think, because it doesn't really come up.
Anybody could do that.
It comes. I like to think in my own headcanon that Spider Mugger found one of Spider-Man's masks, like in an alley.
Right.
Otherwise, it doesn't look right.
Right.
People are just like, you're not Spider-Man.
Yeah. So this guy is just wearing a Spider-Man mask as a way of mugging people and obscuring his identity. So he's mugging people, and people are quick to assume that he is Spider-Man because they're stupid. And so Spider-Mugger is just wreaking havoc in alleys throughout New York. That's one story. Spider-Man is looking for a job. So he calls up, his friend Betty Brant, because Joe Quesada and company remember her being a really big part of his life, even though she hasn't been for a very long time. She did have a bit part to play during the Back in Black Civil War saga, but again, they aren't as close as they were, but now they are. And she helps get him an apartment. Meanwhile, he is looking for a job. And we get a little montage of Peter being rejected for jobs that he applies for. Jobs that you would think Peter should be qualified for. Like, first one, teacher.
Okay.
Administrator's
He's
like,
done that?
Yeah, the administrator's like, you're one of the worst teachers on record in this city. Like, we have nothing but negative non-recommendations for you. Like,
Right. You were missing for literally days at a time.
this city, she says, does need teachers, but not teachers like you.
Do you
We're not
realize
that hard up.
Like, thank you. Thank you for
Thanks,
letting
but
me know
no
what you
thanks.
really thought about that status quo.
you were
Sure.
less of a teacher than the substitutes filling in for
you.
Right.
Because you worked less than they did.
Exactly. So that wasn't going to work. He goes for a photography studio. They're like, you have the worst composition I've ever seen.
You,
All
it's
your
like you
pictures
left
are
your-
about Spider-Man.
Well, it's like you just left them sitting somewhere and walked away.
And hoped for action to hove into the field of the camera. How about a lab technician?
Is that not how it works?
That is not how it works.
That's not how they do it.
What about a lab technician? He's a scientist guy after all. They're like, yeah, I remember you. I've actually read about you because like you're Peter Parker. You were like a child prodigy. You always promised. You got a scholarship at ESU, and then you fell off the map. What have you been doing for the last since Joe Quesada read Spider-Man?
I thought you said lap technician.
Yeah,
Lab
lab
Like a
technician.
stripper?
Yeah, that would fit on LinkedIn. That's a better term.
I'm like, wow, he's really down on his luck.
Yeah.
But he sure is limber.
That's true. Well,
I mean, he's Spider-Man. He makes a pretty good lab technician.
very true. And we get a montage of Spider-Man like fighting
All the things he's been fighting. Yeah.
and he just goes, oh, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, but like, can you imagine that being the answer?
Right. No, but like, what have you been
Get out of
doing
my
though?
office.
And
also,
that was
like,
a serious question.
it sounds
need
like
you
I
to
know,
answer it.
I know you're a lab technician. Like, show me one thing you've created. I've got these web shooters, but if I show him that, I'm gonna have to kill him.
Yeah. But like, it felt like you broke the fourth wall and addressed like the reader instead of
bit,
just answering
yeah.
my question.
Oh yeah, I did kind of
Kind of break the fourth wall.
break the fourth wall, then I.
So Harry calls up, his best friend.
His best friend Harry.
Who went from being dead to being in Europe, which is where we put all of our Spider-Man supporting characters that haven't been around for 25 years.
Yeah.
Well, it's because nothing's happening over there.
Yeah. Well, and, that's where Norman was when he was dead in Europe.
Right. So the whole thing about everything happened the same except they weren't married. Also, Harry was there sometimes.
No.
Involved? Oh, no.
No. They retconned that Harry died, but he didn't really die. They faked his death, and then he went to Europe.
Yeah, for the insurance.
And so now he's just reconnected.
Right. Now, also, this is frustrating because, again, no one's been reading Spider-Man. Maybe Dan Slott has, but he's under orders. So he can't, he can break the fourth wall or address the reader or continuity, but only to make fun of the reader, not to address any continuity errors or status quo shifts. Like, for example, the idea that Harry Osborn's a father,
Right.
that he left his wife a widow, that he's probably 36 years old,
Right.
and so now Harry was in Europe and he's rich, because he was the heir to the Oscorp fortune, even though Norman Osborn is also alive and running Oscorp.
Yeah, but on the air.
Right, but you've been dead. What is the relationship between Norman and Harry right now, given that we haven't seen a relationship between Norman and Harry since the 70s?
Oh, we'll figure that out.
We'll figure that out. But right now, how about Harry's exactly like I remember him from the 70s?
Yeah.
Up to and including him being flush with cash, him being Pete's best amigo, and him being a womanizer. And he's hooking up with this socialite named Lily Hollister. And Lily and Harry have a friend named Carly Cooper, who's just engineered in a lab to be Peter's new girlfriend. She works at the NYPD as a forensic specialist. She's got glasses and she's mousy, but if she took those glasses off and let her hair down, whew, should be a smoke show. And so that's who Carly Cooper is.
Damn
and
it.
she and again,
Oh, she's got paint on her overalls.
I can't work with this.
Jesus.
So Carly is Harry and Lily's friend, and they gotta get her to come out. You gotta come out to the clubs. You gotta meet my friend Peter. He's so cool, and he's the worst provider on the planet.
That's what Peter likes to do, is go out to clubs.
Well, it's cool. What does he do for a living?
Oh, nothing.
Oh.
He mooches off of his aunt.
Right.
I think he has a trust fund or something. I don't know. Don't worry about that.
I think he works as a lab technician.
A lab technician? No, I said a lap technician.
What exactly is that? Well, you know what? Actually, we're gonna find out tonight. That's extra $35.
He'd give you a demonstration.
He's really good at it for some reason. So anyway,
Look, but don't touch.
They invite Peter to go out. Peter's like, yes, because Peter's he's on a gargoyle. He's sad. I have no money. No one wants to hire me. I got no apartment. I gotta live with my aunt. I gotta masturbate in quiet. And then Harry calls up and he's like, hey, you want to go out to the club with us? And he's like, yes, because I'm just so sad. And also, Peter doesn't even remember that Harry was dead. It's not like Peter's and this day is every day with you, Harry, is a gift. No.
It's just Harry was in Europe for a while, as far as
any character development or work that we've done on Harry for the last 35 years has been erased.
I miss you so much from being in Europe.
Yeah, no, and Peter doesn't miss Harry or remember him. He's just yeah, Harry was out for a while, but now he's back, and sweet, my buddy's back. Yeah, let's do this. And it's hey, what about Flash Thompson? Fuck you.
Who? He's his bully from high school.
Bingo.
He's nothing.
He's nothing, except for the fact that we're also building up his character, and we're gonna make him Venom at some point. So we got a detective. He is making a buy to pay off Mr. Negative. He's got an intermediary. Mr. Negative kills the intermediary for double-crossing the detective because Mr. Negative wants a good reputation in the underworld. So that's how ruthless and awesome Mr. Negative is. Also, we see what the handoff is. Ooh, it's a stone tablet that is very evocative of the Lumerian tablet from another Spider-Man story from the effing 70s.
Yeah, I remember something about a tablet being thrown in the river.
That's actually what you remember is actually from Ultimate Spider-Man, but it is inexorably connected to Kingpin, and it is in continuity too. In main Spider-Man continuity, Kingpin has also quested for an ancient magic tablet. In Ultimate Spider-Man, it does nothing except sink to the bottom of the river. In Marvel Comics main continuity, it's magic and from Atlantis. But this is not that. Peter thinks it is that when he eventually finds it, but it's a different tablet that does different stuff that Spider-Man shatters to try and keep Mr. Negative from using, but Mr. Negative wrote down the inscriptions so he can still wield the magic that the tablet held. Because it's like more like a Rosetta Stone. It's not like you use the tablet, although it does glow magically.
Yeah, it does glow.
But
it's
also,
glowing
all it
here.
is about is just like having the ancient text as opposed to having the tablet itself. But Mr. Negative's going to use this tablet because Dan Slott remembers that crime bosses in Spider-Man comics want tablets.
They want tablets.
Well, and not only that, but like, it's Negative like he is. It's a black background and white features.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But unfortunately, it's not like the Sorcerer's powers or anything. So he also does use that tablet. I believe it's to make Devil's Breath, but we'll talk about that later. So Spider-Man's making out with this chick. Who is she? Mia Flores, new character,
Oh.
who will appear twice. She's nobody.
Okay. Cool.
She sees him because the idea is that Harry is a New York socialite. Lily Hollister is a New York socialite. Peter is a hanger-on, a loser, if you will.
Oh, so someone's trying to get close to them by getting close to Peter.
Bingo. Mia Flores is like, I'm going to be in the entourage. I'm riding in friggin' limos and getting paid. So I'm going to make out with Peter, hook up with him. Peter avoids her. He eventually bails. When he bails, he gets in an alley. Carly's there because Carly also bailed because she's not really into the club scene, you know?
Sure.
Like Peter. Oh my God, we got to get these two together.
Yes.
MJ, who?
Oh, she takes her glasses off so you can see how hot she is.
And then she immediately puts them back on.
But you know what?
course.
That's kind of hot too. So then Peter and Carly get mugged by the spider mugger, and you're like, okay, And so Pete tries to maneuver, but you know Carly gets in the way, and now the gun's like point blank on her stomach, and he's like, no, I can't do anything here. So they give him their wallets.
Peter's like, there's not much in here anyway.
Exactly. Well, it's like, enjoy my driver's license. So I don't think Peter has one, so it doesn't matter. But
He shouldn't.
he doesn't.
Yeah.
Of all the people
Yeah, he
that live in
wouldn't
New
need
York,
one.
he's the person that should at least have a driver's
No,
license.
he can't drive. He's terrible at it. So
you
he
go.
fires a spider
He
tracer.
should be great at it. He has a spider sense.
Don't worry about that.
He doesn't know how
doesn't-
clutches work.
He has never driven a car.
Yeah, why would he need a clutch?
It's automatic. It's the 2000.
No, because he drove the spider buggy. We find out Peter can't drive when he's gifted the spider buggy by the Human Torch.
In like the 70s or something.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just
okay.
saying,
So then it does
of
have
all
a
the
clutch.
people who can take like public
course.
transit and things, he can also web swing.
That's the other
There's
thing.
no
He's never
reason for
needed
him to have a license.
Exactly. No, Peter would never make it in the suburbia. So Pete hits the mugger with a spider tracer and then bails. And he's like, I'm going to be Spider-Man. Wait a minute. What am I doing? I don't want to get arrested by Sentry or Ares God of War. So I'm going to beat the shit out of this guy as Peter Parker. And then I'm going to get the accolades. I'll be the hero.
How come I never thought of this before?
How have I never thought of this before? Wait, because I haven't been written this regressed in a long time.
Right.
So Pete chases after the mugger, surprises him, and the mugger goes into the feast center, which is bustling. It's jumping louder than the friggin' club next door.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Peter like drives him in there. I thought he
Into-
was chasing him, being like, "Oh, I'm gonna tail him," and he's just like, "Oh, he's just got down on his luck."
No. He bursts through a wall and is like, boo, motherfucker.
Well, how did you burst through that wall? You're just a guy.
That's right, motherfucker. Get ready for it.
What? But that doesn't make any
Be
sense.
careful who you mug. Right?
Ah!
Classic Spider-Man. Give me that mask. And he puts it on. He's strangled.
Oh my God!
So-
I'm gonna be strangled by Spider-Man.
Exactly. Oh, the mugger also notices that Pete's wearing a watch and he takes it. Uh-oh. It's not a watch.
Oh, it's a spider thing.
It's a web shooter.
So Peter has to get him.
Now I gotta get that back.
Now I gotta get him.
Because I'm down on my luck. I can't even afford web fluid. These chemicals to make web fluid are expensive.
Right, they're not cheap. Even
Yeah.
though I made them in high school somehow.
Well,
I guess I
access to
stole from the
chemicals
school. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but they're,
Subsidized.
but they're still not They're still not that expensive.
They can't
The
be.
high school has to purchase them.
I know.
Yeah,
And in
yeah.
bulk. So Pete goes to the feast center. Aunt May's like, "Oh my God, Peter, what the hell are you doing here? Like, this is highly irregular." He bumps into Martin Lee. Martin Lee's like, "Oh, you poor man. Let's get you fed and clothed immediately." Like he just assumes he's a homeless person because Pete was gonna be Spider-Man. He takes his shoes off. He loses his shoes. Martin Lee takes him into his room. He shows him some shoes. He's like, "Well, your aunt does so much work. You can keep these shoes, even though you're not homeless." And sends him out of his luck. Because Peter's a huge effing man-child. He's such a loser.
He can't
that
just
he's
say,
mistaken for being a
I'm
homeless
not
person.
homeless.
No.
I don't belong here.
I'm
I'm just here to see my aunt.
Yeah, no.
I'm visiting my aunt. I'm here to volunteer.
You've had 100 days.
I just got mugged, and the guy that mugged me
I was following my bugger.
Right,
in
and he
here.
did say, he was like, I got mugged. I'm not really homeless.
Oh.
So
Oh.
he needs money. I got to get my shit together, right? Because also, Betty Brant hooked me up with a new apartment, but they want the first month's rent tomorrow. Well, you know who's got money? I know who's got money. J. Jonah Jameson.
Harry has money. He's your friend.
Oh, no.
He just got back from Europe.
Oh, yeah, Harry gives him some money later. But, like, right now, I'm going to shake down J. Jonah Jameson.
You gotta shake him down.
Yeah. JJ owes me so much money.
What?
All
for
those
all the
Spider-Man
pictures.
photos.
What?
Yeah.
He paid you for those.
Yes, he did.
I
but
mean, he barely paid him at times.
that's true, but also
Well,
he's
yeah,
like,
but-
you
Oh,
owe-
he's like recycling the pictures?
yeah, he's like, you're using old photos of mine. You owe me residuals.
Oh, well, that is true, yes.
So he goes to Jonah. While this is happening, the Bugle's in the middle of a buyout, a hostile takeover.
Oh.
So Jonah is barely hanging on by a thread as far as the Bugle's concerned.
Oh, because like he's about to lose control of his company.
Yes. And so Pete shows up, and everyone's there.
screaming
Robbie
at him.
Robertson, Betty Brant. They're like, "Hey, Pete, now's not a good time." He's like, "No.
I'm
you're gonna
done
listen
with
to
people
me.
telling me
Yeah.
that this is not enough.
It's
or
like
that
I'm a
not-
different character.
Well, no, I'm not. I am exactly like the character I was 40 years ago. I'm the
Giving
kind of
Jonah the
character
business.
that- yeah. Well, I'm the character that, like, sometimes I'm a weak, timid, mousy character who lets J. Jonah Jameson walk over me. But other times, I jump over a table to get him.
And I
Right.
pick him up.
And I pick him up with my spider strength. Or I yell at him.
Sometimes I yell at homeless people and tell them
Right.
to get a job.
Right. Or sometimes I yell at protesters and tell them to friggin' knock it off and just roll with the punches, you know? You never know what I'm going to do because I'm a complete, like, bipolar jackass.
Or just written by a lot of different
Yeah, because
people
I'm
with
written by
different
many
ideas.
people with different theories about who Spider-Man is and what an everyman is. So he just screams in Jonah's face about, like, how, like, I've been building your career. This was a 2-bit
You're
rag.
nothing without me.
You were nothing before me. You're nothing after me. I've built you. I've made you. This rag. The 100 days without Spider-Man, 100 days no Spider-Man photos from me, and you're practically in the poorhouse. I made you. Jonah then has a heart attack from rage.
I shouldn't laugh, but
Great.
oh my god.
There's a
Oh
better
my
moment.
God.
It's in Civil War. I hate to give Miller this kind of, like, props, but the moment when the first thing we see, Spider-Man takes his mask off. I've been Spider-Man since 15 years old. The next shot is Jonah fainted. Like, it's just the behind the desk, papers in the air, and Betty going, "Mr. Jameson?"
Yep.
So
Mr.
great.
Jameson.
But Jonah's down. First page of the next issue, Pete's giving him CPR. Pete's locking lips with somebody else. Get it? It's not always going to be girls. I can't think. I thought I was going to invent a new girl every issue, but
Yeah, but then I was like, oh, I don't really want to do that right now.
they told me not to. Or
Well, I
just,
can't have him just kiss everybody.
right.
Right.
But I can imply it. So he gives Jonah mouth to mouth. They rush Jonah to the hospital, you know. But Robbie
he's
tries to
fine.
keep things up. Robbie goes to Peter. He's like, "Hey, Peter, you know."
You probably shouldn't have done that. That's pretty not cool.
He does not do that. He's
I'm
like,
saying he could probably sue you.
he goes, "If you want to help Jonah, you should probably get some pictures of Spider-Man. I don't know if you know Spider-Man or anything, but I heard Spider-Man was there." Like, he's just,
Right.
he's clearly like, "I know you're Spider-Man.
If
Go for
Robbie
it."
knew the whole time.
I think
If
he did.
only someone
No,
who's
Robbie-
close to Spider-Man could get Spider-Man to come out of retirement. Oh,
take
but
some
that'll never
photos.
happen. But if it did, that would be
That would
great.
be great for Jonah.
And for you.
The whole arc, Pete gets into adventures and forgets to take his own photo. He doesn't get the photos. So,
Robbie's like, I thought you were someone I could rely on.
oh my God, if only you learned responsibility at some point.
That's every episode.
Every issue.
ends.
He kisses someone at the beginning, and
Yeah.
someone admonishes him for having no responsibility in the end.
That'd be fun.
So, the
What?
Spider Mugger, he brings his take to, like,
Oh yeah,
some
you never
broker-
caught that mugger.
no.
Oh, he's going to a
He's
fence.
still got to get his
He goes
web
to a
shooter
fence.
back.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because sometimes it's cash and sometimes it's jewelry. I can't just
Exactly.
go to a store.
So he goes to his fence and he gets nothing. He offers him the web shooter, but they don't recognize what it is. The
Like
guy
it's a
doesn't-
watch with no watch on it.
That's right. So he just takes it back and he accidentally fires a spider tracer on a heir apparent to the Majia crime families. So you may have heard a story during the making of Francis Ford Coppola's magnum opus, The Godfather. At no point during that movie does anyone call what they are the mafia.
Correct.
And that's because the mafia asked them not to. And in order for them to acquire permits and union allowances while filming in New York, the Mafia helped out with that. They were on like a kind of a PR tour at the time, and they were strong-arming people in the entertainment industry to, like, you know,
Not talk about the mafia.
not use that word so much.
Right.
And in Marvel Comics, they also acquiesced by calling them the Majia. And it's not that they are an organization called the Majia. No, there's a family, one big family in New York that runs the crime called the Majia.
It's like a reference to the word you know, but that we
But that
agreed
we
to
can't
not
talk
say.
about.
I don't know what word.
Yes, I don't know what you're talking about.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
I kind of love that. Like, I love that the Mafia got in some way involved with Marvel.
Yeah.
Because they're also like, well, yeah, we don't need you indoctrinating young people into believing in a thing that definitely
The
exists.
mafia exists. Which, of course, we know it doesn't.
Of course we know.
That's
But
just fictitious.
I love that after that had expired, they were like, well, it is a firm, established thing in Marvel lore, so we're just going to keep it going.
Yeah, it's canon.
Right? The Majia. So the idea is that the Majia family kind of unified at some point in the past and bridged two families. And Bruno is like the son of the unified mob families. We don't really get into the mob too much, but like Bruno is the heir apparent to the true whole thing because he's like the byproduct. It's like if
I am the Union.
Yeah, Bruno accidentally gets spider tracered by the would-be spider mugger.
Uh-huh.
And so now when Spider-Man's trying to get a hit on the spider tracer he put on the spider mugger, he now gets 2 hits.
Right.
And he doesn't know which one to go after because he's only going by the spider sense, but he sees Bruno get shoved into a limo and he's like, well, that guy is clearly being kidnapped, so I guess I'll get involved in that one.
Right. Because he needs help. So.
He needs help anyway, and maybe I'll get some answers about why he's spider tracered anyway.
Is he coincidentally going to get drawn into a Mr. Negative plot as a result of this mobster having been accidentally spider traced?
Yes. A lot of coincidences.
That is okay.
I know. It's like, what?
What are the
chances?
What are the friggin' chances of that?
I mean, I'd say 100%.
I'd say in order to, be that lucky, you'd have to hit a jackpot or something.
Oh, maybe Jackpot's lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, she's like, go for it, Tiger. Pew, pew,
got
I'm
this,
not really
Tiger.
Mary Jane, though. Don't forget, I'm not anything related to you.
Okay.
Mary Jane, stop following me!
Mr. Negative hooks Bruno up to a blood extractor and pulls his blood out of his body in huge quantities.
Oh.
And
Does he
then-
replace it?
No. And synthesizes it into the Devil's Breath.
Oh, from the
plague.
game.
From the game. From this, that then the game co-opted. Spider-Man intercedes. He interrupts the process. He fights Mr. Negative. He fights a couple of the demons. Learns from Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative's like, you stopped my associate Overdrive, and now you're fighting me. Holy shit. You must know about my enterprise. And Spider-Man's like, I don't know who you are. And Mr.
Like,
Negative's
nope, it's a really
weird and
weird
convenient
coincidence,
coincidence.
yeah.
And Mr. Negative's like, that kind of sucks. That's kind of lazy, don't you think? And I'm like, yeah, it is, and it
Yeah,
does, but that's not really the fictional characters you're writing about's fault. So Spider-Man, of course, he's like, oh, a tablet. Oh, no, you mob guys and tablets. Breaks the tablet. Lee's like, I wrote it down. Fuck you. The point is...
I don't need the tablet. I just needed what was written on it.
That's just words.
Exactly. So...
You just broke a priceless heirloom for no reason.
Yes, you broke an ancient Atlantean artifact. Namor's gonna be pissed.
I mean, not only that, I was going to break it afterwards. You kind of saved me a step.
That's true. So
Is
Spider-Man...
it a coincidence that he's making the dragon, whatever, from...
The Devil's Breath?
The Devil's Breath from this mobster?
No, he's using the mobster's blood because he carries the blood of both crime families. Mr. Negative's trying to take over the entire mob of New York. He's got to do it by releasing
a bioplague?
a bioplague that will only affect those in the bloodlines of both unified mob.
Oh, wow, that's okay.
Yeah, right? That's an interesting
I don't think
idea.
that's how that works.
It's a magic tablet derived plague.
Oh, yeah, the magic.
Oh, the tablet's magic.
Oh,
I
it's
thought
not
it
real
was like...
science plague.
Yeah, I thought there was like
Well,
science
they use
to it.
science, but like it's a fucking thing.
Yeah, the magic says you need to have the blood of the child of the two families, and then you
Exactly.
can build the magic plague that goes after them.
See, I figured it would always affect like the people down the line. You can't like reverse them.
No, it comes
'cause
from
you have
whoever
genes from
carries
both-
your blood.
Yeah, or blood from both families. Yeah.
But it's only from your two... you know what? Never mind.
I invented the character so that it would affect both bloodlines. So I could do this story.
Right. Yeah, he came from the union of the two families.
Exactly.
A woman from one family and a man from another family.
Yeah.
So he has... Now, I guess the woman had to have been not in the family by marriage. She was
No,
the actual daughter of the family's core bloodline.
No, but we don't trace the genealogy because who cares if we kill them in the next couple of issues?
Yeah, but her own DNA is going to be different than his DNA.
Yes.
Yeah.
And her parents are going to be different, and their parents are going to be different.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, what line does this
there
kill?
will be a portion of the DNA going all the way back, passed down.
Plus,
it'll get more and more
remember,
diluted with each generation.
We used a magic tablet. He's the byproduct of the families. They all carry their blood, but it also is very much a biological agent because there's characters in the family. It's funny because like because the mobsters have like a big meeting, Spider-Man finds out about it. He goes there to try and save them because like he's aware of what the Devil's Breath's gonna do.
Right.
So he goes to this place. He tries to stop it. The plague is released anyway. All the mobsters die.
Oh.
But one of the guys is like, oh. And it turns out he's not actually related to anybody. And he's like, that's true. I'm Matt Hagen to the, Corleone family. Like, I was just an orphan. I was brought into the family. I'm not technically related to them.
I'm really more like a second cousin.
Twice removed.
Right.
But the other thing is, the men of the family met in this meeting that was gassed, and they were all executed. Mm-hmm. But the women and the children went to, like, a Cirque du Soleil.
Oh, no. Not the women and the children.
Send Anakin Skywalker.
If the family were all gathered, the men of the family were all gathered in this room.
Yes.
Why does the gas need to target their bloodline?
Right.
You could just gas them with any gas
Or
that
just
would
put
have
a
killed
bomb
the
in
whole
there.
room.
In fact, I feel like there's a Spider-Man comic that came out only a few short years before this that features mob families and executions in which all it took was a few guys with Tommy guns to take out the entire family.
I thought they were going to release it on the
through
whole
New York.
city.
Yeah, like New York.
And then they would all just drop dead.
He only releases it in the room they're all already in.
Sure. Okay.
But I also have another bomb that I will release at the Cirque du Soleil tent.
Oh.
That will kill the women and the children too.
Yeah. Not just
the men.
Right.
And so Spider-Man's in action. Harry sees Spider-Man. He's like, oh, Spider-Man, I will destroy Christmas this year. And you're like, oh, right, Harry hates Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, why? Because I know why he did, because he killed your father.
Yeah.
But he's alive.
But he's actually not dead. Oh, he tried to kill him or something. Or he almost killed him?
Just real quick.
He also took Gwen Stacy from me?
What? Who did? Think
Spider-Man.
carefully now.
Spider-Man killed her.
Right.
By catching her wrong.
Yeah, and she was my friend.
After my dad dropped her.
Who dropped her?
I don't really remember.
It doesn't matter.
You know, it's a little fuzzy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't worry about that.
So the Spider Mugger discovers that it's a web shooter, so now he uses it to commit crimes. So
okay, where is the Spider Mugger thing going?
He's horrible. Watch this. Spider Mugger goes back to the fence.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I think you owe me some more money. And so he webs him, and the fence then pulls the line, even though he would get stuck to it. And he chokes and murders the Spider Mugger with it. Eggs into the Spider Mugger from the store.
Oh my God.
What were we doing with that?
Well, we were using it to connect into the
thing.
Magione.
The Majia.
Majia.
But also, Spider-Man now only has one web shooter.
Right, so his life's a little harder.
It's a little harder.
Well, he could easily get that web shooter back at some point.
Yeah, eventually.
From a crime family.
Well, no, remember this is
not the Majia. I mean, from some part of the crime underworld, I guess.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
It'll be sold somewhere.
Right.
Eventually it'll surface, I guess.
It will. Yeah, no, he's going to discover it.
Yeah, okay.
$3 million on auction.
Yep. So Spider-Man coerces a cab driver into driving him to the Cirque du Soleil to save the women and children, and he does. Meanwhile,
Cirque du Soleil.
I know, but it was very big in 2008.
Yeah.
So while that's happening, Marla Jameson, J. Jonah Jameson's second wife, goes to visit J. Jonah Jameson in the hospital. She's like, we're fucked. We don't have any money. Dexter Bennett, would-be hostile takeover entrepreneur of the Daily Bugle, who coincidentally has the same initials as the Daily Bugle, goes to visit J. Jonah Jameson, mostly to gloat. And Marla, basically, in an effort to save Jonah and also stave off hospital bills, sells Bennett that is to say Jonah's shares of the Daily Bugle.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Now Dexter Bennett is the owner of the Daily Bugle, and J. Jonah Jameson is out.
Is out.
And will be out as of the taping of this show.
Well,
Whoa.
sells his shares, but does he still like work there?
Right.
No, he's fucking fired.
Oh yeah, they fired him too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dexter Bennett sucks, and he's boring, and he does nothing, and then eventually evaporates as a character.
Does Dexter Bennett also hate Spider-Man?
It's hard to tell. He's bad at names, but great at details, but also doesn't want to write about Spider-Man. He's like, that's the old regime. We don't do that here.
Oh.
And we've already done stories
Then why
about
is it...
the Daily Bugle being owned by a new hostile takeover company. Like, we've already done the story where someone comes in and hostily kicks out J. Jonah Jameson, takes over the Bugle, and runs positive stories about Spider-Man.
Right.
But those took place after Joe Quesada had already been reading, so they don't matter.
Why? So why? If the Daily Bugle is not writing stories about Spider-Man, why is it in the Spider-Man book?
Because Spider-Man works for the Daily Bugle.
Oh, he still works. They hire him, I guess.
Well,
you're that guy who used to take those pictures of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not really doing Spider-Man stuff anymore, but that was pretty cool. So I guess you're hired?
Yes. That's pretty much
Great.
the same airtight logic that they use to get
So what do you bring to the table?
Yay.
Pictures of Spider-Man.
Well, we're done with that. What else can you do?
Take other pictures of other things.
Take other terrible pictures that look like you set it in a corner and walked away.
That's right. So that's
I love that style. It's
Yeah.
unconventional.
It is. So that's it. It's just like the Daily Bugle is a new owner. JJ's out, and this new
JJ, you're out.
Dexter Bennett, you're in.
You're in.
And they change the name. They rip down all the letters and they make the Daily Bugle the DB
For Dexter
Exclamation
Bennett.
point. Yeah.
That's why he's named Dexter Bennett.
Yes.
Every
Yeah,
time
yeah,
someone says Dexter, I think they're about to say Jester.
And he's like, "Hey, there's Peter Parker. Take a sheet. I'll be right with you." So Dexter checks, and then it goes to Peter Parker, and he's like, "I hear you had a real problem with those cloners. Damn good ones too."
Good ones too.
Shit. So Spider-Man saves the day and the kids, but one kid is separated from their parent, and Mr. Negative's gonna kill them. So he's like, "Here's what we're gonna do," and he gives him like a blood extractor, and he's like, "I want your blood, so I can make a devil's breath for you."
And your family.
And so he does. And so Spider-Man gives it to him willfully.
So now Spider-Man has this
looming threat
over his whole family.
What if he takes, what if Mr. Negative sets off a bomb that murders people within Spider-Man's bloodline?
Right. Like, for example,
In the video game.
Aunt May.
Right.
Or,
No one.
and that's it.
Oh.
Who's already almost dead.
Right.
Ben Reilly?
Oh, good.
But,
True.
But by this point, Ben Reilly is still dead.
Ah.
It is canon that Ben Reilly is still dust.
Dead. All right. So, yeah. So, Aunt May.
So Aunt May, as of the writing of this book, this would murder Aunt May. Now, a couple of years later, it would also kill, maybe, his sister Teresa. But probably not, because she's not his sister, unless she is. But right now, it would kill Aunt May. And anyone, I guess, related to Richard and Mary Parker, which of course is no one.
But it would also
Right. 'Cause
kill
they only have
Spider-Man.
one child.
Yes.
Maybe two.
God damn it.
Wait, did
Maybe,
the
I
bomb
guess
kill
they're
Bruno?
siblings, but they're probably...
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's May.
No, because the bomb was at the, meat, and Bruno was separated from the meat.
So then Bruno
They
inherits
actually
the
didn't
family.
need
Yeah,
that
I
much
guess he does.
from him.
No, but they got a lot.
Because the amount they got from Spider-Man, which is like
just
this much, is enough to make a bomb for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So
But-
they didn't really need to suck that guy.
Well, no, because I think one capsule makes one bomb. Because
Okay.
I'm doing some heavy lifting.
Probably,
for the book,
yeah,
but,
yeah,
we
that makes
need-
sense.
Yeah, we
Well,
need-
then this isn't as much of a threat to Spider-Man.
No,
it's
it'll
like
kill
you
anyone
only
related
make
to you
a
within a
small
2-block
bomb.
radius.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
But you don't know who I am.
Right,
so.
you don't know who I am, and you don't know how ineffectual this bomb would be. Really.
Right.
So Mr. Negative throws the kid in the river.
Right,
And
so
he
Spider-Man
disappears.
can't
So
get
Spider-Man
him.
can't get him.
Sure.
And so he swings away. Everyone hates him. They're giving him a hard time. Carly Cooper's examining a body of an emaciated corpse, which looks suspiciously like the corpses of the Majia family who were killed by Devil's Breath, but are not related. This is just an old corpse. And what do they find in his mouth? Because someone saw Silence of the Lambs recently? A spider tracer.
He ate it?
No, this was put in posthumously.
Is it the mugger?
No.
No, he's dead.
No, I thought that it was the mugger as well.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Because he's got a spider tracer on him, and
Yes,
he had
because,
a spider tracer
because we had all the spider. No,
And he had the web. Okay.
this is a completely different corpse with a completely different spider tracer,
Okay.
who looks just like a corpse that we just saw 3 pages earlier, but is not the corpse of the character.
Well, that's just how emaciated
had-
corpses look.
Right. So
according to Steve McNiven, I guess.
And he even has the sideburns of that guy who mugged him.
That's
Yes,
why I
does,
thought he was the mugger.
But it's not.
But I'm telling you.
But I'm telling you because you'll see his corpse in 3 pages.
Right. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, Jackpot looks a
weird.
lot like MJ, but it's not her. I don't
Right.
know why you're harping on this.
That's like the theme of this book. It's like, okay, I know it looks like and probably is the thing that you think it is, but it isn't. The end.
Uh-oh.
So what is it? This is the Spider Tracer Killer. Not to be confused with the Spider Mugger. And the Spider Tracer Killer is nothing. The idea is that someone in the police department is planting old spider tracers in the mouths of corpses. Who is it? It's Vin, the roommate. Who isn't Spider-Man's roommate yet? Yeah.
Right. But they're setting that up.
Yes, this cop.
Hates Spider-Man so much.
That he is planting.
It's a setup.
Yeah.
I'm setting it up.
Yes.
I know for a fact that this person wasn't killed by Spider-Man, but I'm going to make it look like it's Spider-Man because I hate him so much.
That's correct.
That I'm actually going to
Because he shouldn't be doing
interfere with police work.
I'm going to go to jail to prove this point. Because there's a great sequence when it's revealed. He's like, I've committed no crime. I didn't kill anybody. They're like, you've committed many crimes.
There is so much crime you have done.
Stole evidence.
You planted evidence.
And planted
You
it.
disrupted crime scenes.
You desecrated corpses.
You're going to jail. And he does. And we never see that character again. Another brand new day alum. Gone forever.
Oh, thank God for all these
Amazing.
new characters we're
I
getting.
know. Thank you for giving me these disposable tissue characters. So Spider-Man ends up getting a ping from the Spider Tracer.
They found old spider tracers?
Yeah.
Well, the police
The
department
police
has
keeps
some...
finding them sometimes, like on perps. You know, Spider-Man
Right.
maybe like he gets one, he captures them, he webs them
Yeah,
up,
and
and
they're like,
forgets
well,
to
I
throw
guess
them.
I'll take this. Oh, what's this doing on him? I guess that
Put
goes
it
in evidence.
Put in evidence.
Yep. So it's just in the evidence locker. He raids the evidence locker for all the spider tracers.
That's right.
That's a crime. Can't do that.
Immediately.
So the spider tracer works based on his spider sense frequency.
Yes, that's right.
He
Do
built
they
them that
ever
way.
turn off?
I
Or
mean,
are they always on?
They should. I mean,
Well,
no,
they're not
no,
electrically powered.
They never turn off, and presumably they are electronic.
Oh yeah.
They have to be.
Maybe not. Maybe they just passively trigger his spider sense somehow.
The-
Maybe they are dangerous in
no,
some way.
you know what it is? He irradiates them, and they emit a low level of radiation.
Yeah.
Such
so
that
when I'm nearby, my spider sense goes off. Oh, there's radiation there.
right. it's
Oh,
like,
that's spider
no.
tracer.
Yeah. No.
So every time he goes by like the police station or the morgue.
Yeah,
he's
when
just
they invented the spider tracers, we show it as circuitry. Like no, they run, but like that battery would die. If my Disney Magic Band dies after less than a year, then his spider tracer is definitely dead after like however many years the story has
I
been.
will say I have a little temperature probe thing that connects to my watch, and its battery has lasted for like 3 years.
That's fair.
So
Well, and
if
of
it's
course-
low enough power,
Yeah, I mean, and they're like microscopic, and they like have almost no like depth to them.
yeah, and there's no moving parts.
Exactly. I mean, the reality is also sliding timescale. Franklin Richards, whatever.
Yeah.
What would have been a spider tracer used in 1975?
Well,
is a
maybe
spider tracer from a few months ago.
yeah, it could have been from any time 100 days ago or longer.
Yeah. Well, we see him use the new spider tracer, and we see the spider tracer they take out. The spider tracer they take out is like an older.
Oh, it's an older model. Oh, so it's definitely old. Well.
Yeah, no, that's true. So Spider-Man then discovers the body by getting a ping on the spider tracer that was on the spider mugger.
Yeah.
And he finds him, and because the other thing is like, oh no, this guy had my wallet, and he took my spider web shooter.
I think he took my wallet.
So I'm worried that he'll be able to put 2 and 2 together.
Yes.
But now he's dead, so that
Oh.
tension is thwarted.
Oh well.
Never mind.
Oh,
So
and he gets his spider.
He gets
his web shooter back. Yeah.
It's like,
And-
oh well, jackpot.
But
It's like I just hit the jackpot.
someone rang? Go away, Jackpot.
Not you, jackpot.
Not you, Jackpot. So Spider-Man then like raids this corpse, and the cops see him do it, and oh, wouldn't you know
He
it?
loots the corpse.
He loots the corpse. I'm sorry. And discover that one of the cops. Who is it?
It's Vin.
It's Vin. Hates Spider-Man.
Son of a bitch.
He's a grave robber, and I am too, kind of. But never mind that.
Vin happens to stumble upon Spider-Man meddling with a corpse.
Yes, that's right.
Of all the cops, first of all, that would never happen.
Yes.
Second of all, if it did happen,
wouldn't
what are the
happen.
chances it would be this guy?
Yeah,
I know.
isn't that dangerous?
That's
Shouldn't
Parker
his-
Luck.
Shouldn't his spider sense have warned him about that?
Oh,
Yes.
that the cops were
Oh,
coming?
but I got the spider tracer. It was already running.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and the mob appreciates the effort.
Whoa,
that
the
he
who?
gave. Well, the women.
Oh, the
Majia.
Now I'm sorry. Yes. The
Majia wives.
The Majia wives. They are like, oh, we're in your debt. Like we love you, Spider-Man. So the people hate Spider-Man. The mob or Majia love Spider-Man. It's
topsy-turvy.
The cops are chasing Spider-Man.
Could you guys not love me so much?
Yeah. Let's not mention that to anybody.
Right?
That you.
Oh no.
I mean, unless it's time for Sunday dinner. In which case, I am there.
Like, that's an interesting idea.
It is, and it would be even more interesting if I didn't already see it in the Digger story a few years earlier.
Yeah, I was like, that seems familiar. That's why. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Or if I didn't see it in a goddamn Punisher comic years before that as well. And it's actually more interesting if it happens to Frank during one of the worst Punisher stories of all time, by the way, where Frank Castle, who is Italian, just takes over a mob family. And he's like, let's just see what happens if I run a mob family.
Good.
But for good.
Right.
You know?
Or, you know, for doing the same thing I do.
Yeah.
Like,
but I have them kill other
vengeance on
people, and I'm like,
But they're killing each other anyway.
Right?
I could be in charge of this.
Yes, and it's so bad. But at least Spider-Man doesn't take over the mob.
Right.
We never really talked about Lily Hollister, Harry's socialite girlfriend. Lily is just all over Harry, and Harry's all over Lily. So Lily's father is considering her run for mayor. Harry just finances his exploratory committee for like $1 million. And it's so frustrating to see Harry, who has a son somewhere, making out with like 22-year-olds at clubs.
I mean, yes,
it doesn't make him it doesn't like make him unrealistic. It's
I was
just
gonna say,
frustrating.
only because we know Harry.
Yeah.
This happens all the time.
Freaking Harry.
Freaking Harry. What happened to his son? Where's
his
Normie?
mother took
Normie?
him and left. Yeah, Normie is with Liz, and Liz
is insane.
No. She went a little kooky during the JMD Mateus era,
but she's back.
She's back. She is still like kind of evil, but whatever. And her company will actually end up turning into the evil mega conglomerate known as Alchemix in the year 2099.
Oh.
Yeah, Dan Slott retcons that.
yeah,
It's kind of like, oh, look at that.
I think I remember you saying.
All right, it rhymes. Like it's just like, okay.
Right, but not part of Harry's life. He's not interested.
No. So then,
It's like, you know what? She can keep the kid. I don't care. It's fine.
Right, you know, whatever. He's kind of weird anyway.
I'm feeling like I want to go back to my old status quo.
Yeah.
From before he existed.
Yeah. And then how about if Lily gets pregnant and has a son as well? And so
Yeah, because I remember Harry had a. Oh, that's right. Harry had a kid. Let's set that back up.
let's do that, but let's give him a new one of mine. And then he does.
Yeah, because I liked it when he was younger.
And then, like, literally, Lily goes away and the son goes away. It's just like everything that's new.
Why did you do that?
Because I thought I was going to be on this book forever.
Because I remembered it.
Or I wanted
that's what
to do
happened. I wanted to go through. I wanted Harry to go through that again.
that. Right. Well, because he's alive again. You know.
Right.
You won't believe what
It's
they
just
do
Harry's
with
greatest
Harry.
hits.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable what they do with Harry eventually, inevitably. Because, like,
Hey, sorry, he turns into a goblin, right?
Well, no.
No?
Harry never becomes.
He never becomes a goblin.
They don't goblin him ever again.
Oh, well,
And I
okay.
can say
All
that
right, that's
definitively.
progress.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is.
Technically, it is
Technically.
progress because he doesn't become
He never becomes the Green Goblin.
the Green Goblin.
Or any Goblin,
or
for that matter.
Green Goblin 2 or whatever he called himself.
Well, so Mark Guggenheim takes over the story. Dan Slott's like, okay, that was fun, but now you got it. Mark's like, okay.
What the hell is this?
What am I doing?
But
I want to do all my stuff, but also you took the job, and you know what the job is. The job is keeping this going.
Yep. Keep it going. Keep it going.
All right. So Mark Guggenheim and Salvador LaRocca take over, and they're dismantling the Daily Bugle sign, and they're making it to DB. Spider-Man swings into action, saves the day from like a falling construction worker or whatever. What matters is
one of the letters falls.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sounds like that construction worker should have been hooked in.
It's true. We meet Dexter Bennett. We see his relationship with his employees, with Peter. He's like,
I love him walking in with like a bow tie, and there's like, oh no,
oh no,
this is terrible.
That's ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to work for Orville Redenbacher of the fucking news industry.
What about Dexter Jeckster? Would you work for him?
I mean, over that, yes, probably.
I at least feel like I can make money off of Dexter Jackson.
Dexter Jackson's actually kind of a fun character. He's approachable. He's repulsive. He's got it all.
It's just I can't stand that mustache.
It's just very distracting, is all. He misnames Peter in every panel.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. But also knows like his career backwards and forwards. So it's like that's an interesting
That's a weird character trait.
Yes.
Wasn't that thing like I know things, but I don't know people?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
It's like a weird learning disability.
Exactly. So, and
It's called being an asshole.
again, and again, Dexter just goes away. Again, another rich, fun character. It's just that no new thing.
Why'd you bother?
Well, I bothered because A, they told me to, and B, I'm trying to make a new thing for Spider-Man. I want to write Spider-Man. And it's do you or what is this? Did you think this was going to be your job when you took it? Spider-Man ends up. This is the whole arc where Spider-Man teams up with Jackpot. And the whole book is about Spider-Man thinking that Jackpot is Mary Jane, and not. You, the reader, thinking that Spider-Man and Mary Jane, this is their new status quo. That's the whole. This has virtually no rereadability whatsoever outside of the idea that you read it once, you think it's Mary Jane, you read it a second time after you know that it's not Mary Jane, and then you go, but it's not. So what am I doing here? When you read it the second time knowing it's not Mary Jane, then you're well, then why are they saying or doing any of the things they're saying or doing? What are we doing here?
Why does she have spikes on her wrist? So she can't grab anybody.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you try to save somebody, you're gonna impale them.
I know. Well, maybe.
Yeah, look at her hanging on to him.
She's clutching him. That would be driving a spike into his shoulder.
I know.
What a horrible
it's a terrible
design decision.
Oh, I know. It's an awful costume. It's horrible. It's horrible, that costume.
Okay.
I know.
And think about it from the perspective that he thinks it's Mary Jane.
I know. He's just... Well, and he won't say, MJ, what are you doing?
MJ, can we drop
knock it
pretense?
off, please?
You don't
Let me
have
just take that
powers.
mask off.
No, and he keeps going
Yeah, why are you pretending to have powers?
Right, and he keeps going what do you, what would you say if I, talked about, hitting the jackpot? Or, about, calling me Tiger? What do you, if I said, MJ, what would that mean to you? And she's what are you fucking talking about?
What's your favorite big cat species?
How big is my dick, would you say? If you had to ballpark it.
She was you know what? This was a interesting meeting, but it's turning real weird.
I'm gonna call HR from S.H.I.E.L.D. to arrest you. And this is their relationship.
Wow, you are a creep.
And their relationship is so annoying because she's a registered superhero. He's an unregistered superhero.
Right.
And you think it's Mary Jane, but it's not Mary Jane at all, and it never was. And it's you're reading this, and she is just
Is she lecturing him about being registered? You really should register.
No. She's she knows he's not registered. That's the thing, she's not, because Mary Jane would know the sacrifice that he gave up to not be registered. It cost them their marriage and almost Aunt May's life. But this Jackpot doesn't seem to give a shit about that because obviously it's not Mary Jane. But the writer wants you to think it's Mary Jane, so I don't know why they wouldn't just do that, because it's not like they held anything else sacred. But so anyway, we watch them go do their thing, and there's a goblin running around.
Oh no!
A new goblin.
New goblin.
Or a goblin.
Called Menace.
Called Menace. They don't name them Menace. They say there is a menace flying around.
Oh.
And Jackpot wants Menace to be her arch nemesis. Because I need a nemesis,
You're a nemesis menace.
Because I'm in the fucking Venture Brothers. Anyway, so Spider-Man's
it's all a big joke to you,
That's Spider-Man's reaction.
I think you're not
what?
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane has a little bit of more maturity than that. But Spider-Man is just what?
Is this what you think I do all the time?
Yeah, are you making fun of me? So Spider-Man and Jackpot are chatting it up, and they're having their debate about registration and about Menace and about this flying goblin thing. And of course, Harry's back from the dead. Again, Peter doesn't know that he's back from the dead. He thinks he's back from Europe. But Harry's back, and Harry was a goblin, so if there's a goblin flying around and Harry's back in his life, Peter's concerned that it might be Harry.
Okay.
Harry might have fallen off the goblin glider. It's a real line in the book. But so Peter's worried about this Menace character.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have a goblin glider.
Oh, 100%.
That's fair.
Yes. And while we threaten that Menace will appear, instead, a Z-list superhero, part of the initiative, shows up to arrest Spider-Man because orders are arrest Spider-Man on sight.
Right.
Spider-Man gets his ass handed to him by this Z-list character because Jackpot betrays him. Like they're in this back and forth. Will they? Won't they? It's Mary Jane, whatever. But then she just grabs her. All right, now start punching him in the dick. Like she just immediately is like, "Oh, you're under arrest," and you're like, "What are you doing?" Like it's so.
It's like I'm registered.
Right.
I'm with him.
But you weren't. But you didn't try to arrest him earlier.
No, because I needed help. Because I'm not stronger than Spider-Man.
Right, exactly. And it's like
It was a sting.
But
You're not strong at all.
Neither of you were strong enough to stop Spider-Man.
I forgot.
right.
She does have like
She's on drugs that give her enhanced strength.
Okay.
So she
I was about to be like,
has powers.
Yeah, she has she approximates powers.
Right.
She doesn't technically have powers, but she has power. She's power adjacent.
Right.
So they both try to save the day, and he like clocks her. He's like, get away from me.
Well, she tries to stop. She tries to arrest him.
And so he elbows her in the face.
Yeah. What would you do?
I don't know.
She's trying to
she's
restrain
behind
him.
me. I had no choice.
She wrapped her arms around her, and she's got the spikes on her gauntlets. That hurts.
But he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
If he elbowed her in the face, she would die.
No, he
It
held it back.
depends on how hard.
I know,
Yeah.
but it looks pretty bad. She's laid out, but also.
I mean, it looks like he's just doing it with reckless abandon.
And she also is like. By the way, it's funny.
He also kicks the other dude in the face.
Yeah, he does.
Well, yeah,
that
fuck
guy's
that
neck
guy.
should be broken.
That guy deserves it. But like, there's.
She betrayed him.
It reminds
she
me.
deserves
of,
it even
She didn't
more.
really betray him because she didn't really actually like promise anything. Remember, Joe Quesada said there's no guarantees.
Yeah, remember, we all think it's Mary Jane.
Exactly.
Like, what made you think that I was on your side?
And that's probably how we know it's not Mary Jane, because he hits her.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man hits her with a closed fist in the Clone Saga, and we just needed to fucking ignore that shit. So we can't open that can of worms again.
We're never going there
But
again.
by the way, when he does clock her and then like encounters her again, she's just like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Do you remember? Did he give you a concussion?"
Like, no, I tried to arrest him. It's fair play.
100%. And I'm like, "Oh my god." So Spider-Man engages with Menace.
Yeah.
And Menace is like, "Hello, haha,
I'm a goblin
I'm a
or
goblin
something."
person."
Harry?
No.
Or it's just like,
Oh, yes,
Harry?
yeah. He's like,
nothing? Cool. Okay.
Tries
cool.
to take off
Take him
Menace's mask.
and it's just his fucking face, and it's not his face. It's
Like, all right, let's
her
just
face.
see who you are under there. And, okay, this.
Oh, this is very stuck on.
Oh, well, this mask is
Oh
very
God!
tight.
It's some,
You're ripping my face off. Can you imagine?
Oh, God. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Put it back. Put it back.
Oh no. Oh God.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Just puts her in the river.
Oh God.
At least I didn't know who you were.
Finn's like, yeah.
I forgot to take pictures and sell them to Dexter Bennett.
Yeah, so he and Jackpot start over.
Yep, they start all over again. Now they're gonna team
Well,
up.
let's start over. Hi, I'm Jackpot.
Right. Well, he's just like, "What's your real name?" And she's like, "Tell you what, you tell me your name, and I'll tell you mine." And he's like, "Flash Thompson. Go ahead. What's your name?" Which
Prove me wrong.
is my favorite line.
Prove me
And
wrong.
She just goes, "Sarah Errett," and I'm like, that's so annoying because that is Jackpot's formal and on the record secret identity. And I'm
Sarah
like,
Errett?
Sarah Errett. And I'm like,
Errett.
It's like a record scratch.
And she just revealed it to Spider-Man, a wanted criminal.
and I'm like, why did you pick that name?
I mean, she's a registered superhero.
Why did you say that name?
Why did you pick Sarah Errett? Like, it's just like you must know a person with that name, right?
Yeah.
Because like,
Yeah. Or it's a
otherwise-
combination of two people.
Right, because otherwise you would just pick a name that people could say. I know I'm nitpicking at that point, but Sarah Errett, like, when we're done with this episode, I will never say that name again. So they investigate this like warehouse where like Menace supposedly came from. They find some blueprints and they go like investigate the situation further. Peter calls Lily because Lily's fucking Harry and he wants to know where Harry was. She's
She's like, I think he's a goblin
She's like, I
again.
was boning him all night long. You want to tell me you want me to tell you the positions? And he's like, no, I do not.
No,
also,
don't be weird.
Also, don't tell Harry I asked this because I don't want Harry like to catch wise to be checking up on his goblinisms.
Like, okay, I'll go tell him right now. I don't
Meanwhile-
regard
Oh, he was
you.
a goblin last night. He was gobbling it all up.
Yeah, he was with. We were banging all night, except for when he turned into a goblin and went out and did some crime.
Exactly.
Is that what you were looking for?
Well, except it wasn't Harry that turned into a goblin. So
Well, yeah, of course.
JJ is in the hospital. He's visited by Marla. Everyone's making fun of the fact that J. Jonah Jameson doesn't own the Bugle anymore, but J. Jonah Jameson doesn't understand how to read between the lines because he's only like one of the longest running newsmen in the city's history. The whole thing is we're just kicking this can down the road. Like we need this utter and deep betrayal of like J. Jonah Jameson's second wife having like sold JJ's control of like the first thing that JJ asks when he comes out of like his,
Is the Bugle okay?
Yes, exactly. She's like, oh, the Bugle's ruined us. It almost killed you and it destroyed us. Like, I had
did
to
it
sell
for us.
Yes.
I did it for us, Jonah.
Literally that.
Why? Why did you do it?
Yes, I hate you. Yes.
Oh God, it's a nightmare.
All of that happens. And I don't remember if they get divorced or they're just estranged because they get back together during Slott's big time. But it ruins their relationship.
Okay.
It's like all I had was that paper. But
Yeah.
you had me.
What about me? Oh, and you, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I guess it's over.
Right. There's also a $10,000 bonus for whoever could get pictures of Menace or something, and Pete gets a picture, and it's a shitty picture because it's a Peter Parker photo. And
He's a terrible photographer.
and when Peter gives the photo to Bennett's like, "You're late. Like 1,000 people gave me photos, but yours is the one with like the most dynamicism. Like it's just like." No one else got a close enough photo. It doesn't matter. It's a shitty photo, but it's better than the rest.
No one else got a picture of.
He gets a couple $1,000s. He's like, I don't want anyone to freak out because like I do owe some money, and I don't want people have already laid claim to the money.
Right. Technically, you didn't win.
Right. So I can't.
But it is a really good.
And I don't want people to like.
But I have to use your picture.
Yes. So I'm gonna pay you, but not the same amount.
Okay.
Technically, nobody else got a good picture of Spider-Man trying to rip Menace's face off.
Yeah.
Like
no.
a selfie.
Surprisingly enough, no one took that picture. Meanwhile, there are like
It's dynamic. I gotta admit.
So we lay seeds of the Spider Tracer killer.
Oh, yeah, the Spider
Tracer
Tracer
his
killer,
bodies
right.
with the.
Super important.
We blew the lid off that. It's over.
Oh.
It was his roommate. His
Already?
roommate's doing-
Well, we did that.
No, we
yes.
did that. We're
yeah,
done.
well, the book
Okay.
hasn't
We don't
revealed
care
it
about
yet.
that anymore. It's over. Who cares? Meanwhile, there's a mayoral debate.
Oh yeah, with the candidate.
The candidate,
from
Lily's dad.
Harry's
Lily's
girlfriend's dad.
and the other guy who you don't care about.
Yeah.
You have to be shitting me.
So Menace.
I saw a poster on the wall about the mayoral.
You did, yeah. They've been sowing that since the beginning.
Yeah.
Since Dan Slott was writing the book.
Yeah.
So Menace attacks, and she wants to disrupt the mayoral debate.
Why does she care?
Oh, right.
Because that's Lily?
Yeah, Lily's the Menace.
God damn it.
She hates that her dad was a DA, and she hates even more that he's getting deeper into politics, so she wants to scare him into not being a mayor. Yeah.
What?
By being a goblin.
Yeah.
Harry's girlfriend is a friggin' goblin.
That's right.
Boy,
Isn't that a fun switcheroo?
He just can't catch a break.
No. But he does knock her up.
Right.
And they cure her.
So now he has got a
quick enough.
goblin baby.
Right, but the baby doesn't become the baby gets degoblinized in the womb. Because,
It should be from messing around with Harry.
Right, yeah.
It
Right.
should just be like a byproduct.
Just pumping her with goblin serum all day long.
Just like Spider-Man
Just
kills
like Spider-Man
Mary
killing
Jane.
Mary Jane, exactly.
Yep.
The mayor race is happening with Lily's dad.
That happens later, I guess.
Yeah, and so
Does she turn them into skeletons?
she does not turn them into
Save
skeletons.
pumpkin bombs?
No, she
No.
doesn't have bombs.
No.
No,
No, she just scares people with her terrifying
horrible
visage.
face. Menace kidnaps Councilwoman Parfy to try and she leaves
Not
with her.
Parfy.
I know. I love that character. Meanwhile, Pete, as Spider-Man, goes to meet with like a detective to try and get to the bottom of the Spider Tracer killers.
Spider Tracer killer,
And
right.
he calls the cops, and like S.H.I.E.L.D. shows up to arrest Spider-Man because don't forget that
Right.
looming plot thread of Spider-Man being anti-registration.
Right.
And so Spider-Man engages the cops. He gets rescued by Jackpot. The two of them team back up and go to the Apollo Theater to rescue the Councilwoman. But Menace still has the Councilwoman, and Menace is menacing it up.
Oh no.
So then Spider-Man makes a deal with the cops. Basically, he's like, I will give myself up and you can arrest me, but first you have to help me.
Right.
And let me save the
help me save this woman,
Councilwoman.
yeah.
So then he teams up with the cops. They track the smokes trail from the Goblin Glider because Spider-Man has done that in the past, and so he's doing it again now. So he goes and engages with Menace. He tosses the Councilwoman from Menace to Jackpot, who catches her.
So does the councilwoman get dropped off a bridge?
Oh,
Is that where
yeah,
this is
no, she
going?
gets killed with a Goblin Glider. So Spider-Man has this great moment with Menace. It's one of my favorite moments in the entire book, where he's just facing Menace, and Menace is like, I told you to leave me alone. I told you what would happen if we cross paths again. And he goes, wump. And she's like, what? And then he punches her, and the onomatopoeia is wump. I said
womp. Nice.
And meanwhile, Jackpot.
Why would you hit me like that? I'm a woman.
What?
Ow! You broke my neck.
Meanwhile.
I don't have powers. I'm just a person.
No, she does have powers. That's just a mask.
He doesn't know.
Yes, he does. He tried to take her face
guess
off.
she-
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's a transformation powers, but I'm like superhuman.
Yeah, I don't have
strong
strength or anything.
No,
I
do.
just look like that.
That guy, that's par for the course. I always get superhuman strength and turn into something else.
I know how the goblin thing works.
Exactly.
You always
I'm not a goblin!
There's always strength. Well, close enough.
Yeah, you're more
I know
like
how
an
the
ultimate goblin.
ugly person thing works.
Yeah. What? Just poor ugly people? They also are a little stronger than people?
Does she have sawed-off horns like Hellboy?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's right. Because, it's big right now. So,
Yeah.
Jackpot has Councilwoman Parfy. She's safe. But Jackpot is like, I gotta go help my partner. You wait right here and don't die on my watch. And so she bails, attacks Menace, throwing off Spider-Man's game.
Councilwoman Parfait gets run over by a car.
She gets hit with a goblin glider.
She gets glidered.
She gets glidered.
Like
Norman did.
Osborn got hit with a glider.
Yeah, which it's symmetry because Lily has nothing to do with Norman Osborn. But Norman Osborn was killed with a goblin glider 45 years ago, and people want you to think that this is a book from 45 years ago.
So Jackpot put her in a position to get goblin glider.
That's correct.
By
I'm sorry,
accident, but yeah.
Menace glidered.
Yes, Menace glider.
Menace glider.
Yeah, that's not a goblin glider. That's a Stark glider, really.
Yeah.
Really Iron Man killer. So, but like Spider-Man's just like, every fight is like a game of chess. I do this, I do that. I'm 10 moves ahead. I'm like, oh yeah.
And then Jackpot comes in and messes it up.
That's right. So it's
I didn't
really
count
not
on
my
that
fault.
Jackpot. The Jackpot variable.
That's what it was.
That's why Spider-Man doesn't work at teams.
stopping the glider at any point.
No, so Jackpot pulls Jackpot pulls Menace off the glider, but that throws Spider-Man off his game, so the glider's just flying around, and then it hits Councilwoman Parfait, and she dies. And
what are the odds of that?
And I love it because Menace goes, "That's on you, Spider-Man. You did that. Not me. You killed that guy."
That weren't me. And Spider-Man just like, I'm so disappointed in myself, and in Jackpot, I'm just gonna let Menace go.
I can't believe
Yeah,
that Menace does that.
No, she throws a gas bomb. I thought she was just like, just catches a bus. But
it looks like she's like, whoa, that person died.
Whoa.
I wasn't part of this.
Whoa.
You guys still.
Whoa,
I'm out of here.
whoa, we're done here.
100%
That's
Menace is
over.
like that. She's like, whoa.
Time out.
Yeah, T.O.
Whoa, you gotta stop.
Stop punching me. That wasn't me.
It's over. Someone died.
Well, she's like, that's you. You did that. Okay, I gotta go. Don't forget.
I think we took this too far.
This
Okay,
is so
and a person
messed
got
up.
hurt.
All right.
And I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. And I love how they're not showing you, we showed in 1970 whatever. Yeah. Norman Osborn gets impaled by a glider and it's stuck to the wall.
Oh yeah.
It's literally he's on the wall
and it's still pushing.
And it's pushing until it runs out of gas. Yep. Meanwhile, this nameless character that we didn't care about, who's introduced as a poster in the beginning of the book, and then is a only warm body within the last 3 pages, is killed with an errant goblin glider, and we can only see her feet.
You do see a pool of blood forming.
Oh no! Not blood. I only saw that on every single page of The Death of Superman, which is also approved by the Comic Code Authority.
When you see her feet, is a shoe flying off in the air?
No, unfortunately, there's no shoe.
It looks like she is the Wicked Witch of the East.
I know, her just.
And we're just seeing her legs sticking out.
Come on. But Jackpot's like, no, oh God, what have I done? So, Menace throws a gas bomb and disappears like the shadow. And Spider-Man's like, hey, Sarah, listen. And she's like, get away from me. I hate you. And I hate this. This is all bullshit.
I'm just
saying, what did I do?
It was a 1 in a million shot. It's kind of
impressive.
Jackpot.
Oh, God.
But in reverse,
Right, yeah.
Because it's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
That's why you shouldn't do it, Mary Jane.
It's really bad.
She's like, why do you keep calling me that?
Stop calling me that.
So then the cops show up
What
and
is
they're like,
happening?
It's so awful. The cops show up and they're like, all right, Spider-Man, we're gonna make good on the deals. And you're gonna go to jail now. And he's like, no, you fucking
What are you,
idiot.
stupid?
What are you, an idiot? I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, I guess I'll just go. No, psych.
Anyway,
I was never gonna go with you. Even if I saved her, I was never gonna go with you.
The deal was if I saved her, I didn't save her.
Well,
so
it's great because he
Really, that's on you guys.
He does a finger cross thing, and he's just like, yeah, I had my fingers crossed the whole time. Yeah. So he leaves. He gets the money from Dexter Bennett for the Menace thing, and then he looks up Sarah Errett, and he goes to her place, and he's like, hey, listen, we should talk about what happened. And Sarah's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you're Sarah Errett. You're registered as Jackpot. You're a superhero. She's like, did Jackpot tell you that was my name? And he's like, yeah, you did. And she's like,
do I look like Jackpot to you?
Well, I thought she had a wig or something.
Yeah, it's a wig. But she's like, don't get involved in things that aren't your responsibility. Get away from me.
What?
And he's like, what the fuck? The book ends with him going, what the hell's going on here?
That's what I want to know
my
as a
reaction.
reader.
And then the book promises to introduce you to an even more awesome threat, Freak. And it's like,
I thought Sarah Errett was a red herring for a second.
Well, no.
No, that's just the name that someone used.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like an alias, but no, there is a real Sarah Errett. And as I explained,
She
Sarah,
is connected.
the
right.
reveal is that Sarah Errett was
She's
the first Jackpot.
I used to be Jackpot,
but I sold it to a drug addict.
Right.
And that was
That's
the
who
woman
you
who's upset.
We're dealing with. Yes.
Yeah.
That explains why she sucks so much.
Yes.
Because she's just some chick
Yes.
who bought.
Who bought a costume and a name and an identity. And
Right.
Wait, Sarah modeled after Mary Jane.
Yes.
But the person that took it over looks exactly like Mary Jane.
Well, because
I don't know about that.
she's modeling herself after Sarah Errett, who was modeling herself after after
Exactly.
Mary Jane.
No.
And so by extension, new Jackpot is
Has to
also
also
modeling
have red
herself
hair,
after
yeah.
Mary Jane.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's just like Brand New Day isn't like a story. It's just an initiative.
It's just
that
it's
they
just,
call
it's just
a
some stuff
story.
that happens. There's a bit of a through line.
There's always a through line. You know, the Spider Tracer killer, the Spider Mugger was wrapped up in a neat little package. But like all these villains, who's Menace?
It's like a new timeline in a way.
It practically is. It's just it's basically the
Yeah.
closest thing to a Spider-Man reboot you're gonna get since Chapter 1.
Yeah, it is.
It's just like here's a straight up reboot.
Yeah, that's why we did the whole thing with Mephisto. That lets us do whatever we want. Except you intentionally only changed like 2 things.
Yeah.
And you keep referencing older things.
Yeah. Well, because I didn't get into this business to not write Spider-Man stories that matter or happened.
Why didn't you just do a full... Oh, I know why. I was like, why don't you just do a full reboot where everything's different?
Right.
Where you just say that the whole world changed.
Yeah.
But I guess like, no, it's Marvel. We can't change the whole world.
No, they're very proud of the fact that like it's all
it's
still
one shared
timeline.
universe.
Yeah, we never rebooted.
Yeah, we've never rebooted. DC's done it 10 times.
I'm
just
sorry.
act like
That's
it's a
called a
reboot.
crisis, and we don't do that.
We don't
need
do that
those.
here. It's
Yeah,
all
no.
one continuity.
No, we'll just
Who
make
cares
a
if it
deal
makes no
with
sense?
the devil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was breaking the rules, Marvel. Like, that's cheating.
Yeah, it is.
You can't say that we don't do crises and you have a character like...
Get resets and stuff.
Yeah, do resets through magic.
Right.
And then but it's not a reboot
Well,
or,
but I don't
or
do
crisis.
it for every character. But like,
Right, it only happens one character at a time.
Well, we also bring back people from the dead, and we undo marriages. I
do
mean,
do
look,
that.
you know, Scarlet Witch and Vision were married, you know, and I'm sure there's still people that bitch about how they're not married
Yeah, but
anymore.
did they
but that was
unmake the
30, 40
marriage?
years ago. Yeah. Well, they didn't say it never happened.
No, they like ended their marriage,
They
right?
ended yeah, but they were also like, but that's one thing. That one's a fucking robot, all right, and the other one's crazy. So
Whoa.
Yeah,
No,
we could
Vision
all
is
see-
a person
Vision
who is
is-
also not biologically born.
Vision is technically a synthezoid, which is not a robot nor an android.
Nor is it a
It's a
person.
living person, kind of.
Yeah.
But also, they talked about in many exhaustive interviews the fact that like we couldn't get Spider-Man divorced, and Joe Quesada says that it's because we didn't want to depict them giving up on their love.
But they do give up on their love.
No, they don't.
They sell it to
They
Mephisto.
sell it to the devil for other love.
You know, they do give up on their love in favor of a different love.
Mephisto's like, no, you guys can still be together. You guys can still love each other.
Right.
You just can't be married.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
like, why again? And it's like, because
Yeah.
you'll know a piece of yourself is missing, and that will torment
And
you.
I'll feel good about that.
Because then you'll be living in sin. And then you'll come to me.
It's like the devil from the Bible.
I'm playing 4D chess. We've talked about it, but I hate it so much because it's like, no, I didn't end your relationship. I just ended your marriage. And then Editorial ended your relationship through unspecified means immediately thereafter.
Right.
So I did, in fact, end your relationship. But it wasn't me.
But it wasn't me.
It was something we won't talk about. Like,
Yes, until we
fuck
do.
You.
Yeah, and then we do talk about it, and it happened immediately after the marriage was devolved, and for the reasons the marriage was devolved. Like,
Right. So yeah.
So yeah. No.
So then why all the pretense of saying that, no, we didn't end their relationship? You did.
Well, because
With that event.
Because I'm talking to fans.
Yeah. Because I have to
I
trick
gotta,
you.
I gotta do a little.
Because they still want them to buy the book.
Yeah, and the fact
I
is,
live by technicalities.
yes, I live and die by those. And the frustrating thing is what they don't understand in 2008, but what they deeply understand in 2026, is that you don't need to do a dog and pony show. You don't have to lie or tell the truth. Just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And people
Just
will
do
buy
it.
it anyway.
Yep.
Like people will buy it, and it can be written by the best writer or the worst writer, and it could have the best ideas or the worst ideas, the best art or the worst art. It doesn't matter. The book sells itself. You don't need to market it, and you do anyway. And you don't market books that don't sell, but you also sell the book by itself. The book has never increased sales dramatically enough with the announcement of a new writer or artist. Like, the fact is, Spider-Man has been pushed into a state of equilibrium thanks to this book and this initiative. Like, Brand New Day actually managed, I think, to completely bludgeon the audience into just blindly accepting that, like, the book is an ebb and flow. Things will happen in the book. They will never matter to the protagonist, but they will affect deeply any other peripheral character. The only people who can be affected by change are not named Spider-Man. Anyone named Spider-Man will go through some kind of a bullshit change that will look like change but will never actually be change. Like, There will never.
Eventually, they'll meet a spider god.
Right. Or yeah.
It's the illusion of change.
Yes, and I understand.
It kind of takes you out of the story.
It rends you completely out of the story. Like when you read One More Day, which is inexorably meta-read. Like there's nothing. There's no way to read One More Day legitimately as a story by itself.
It would be incomprehensible if you did.
You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it.
You'd be like,
why would they do this? And it's like, oh, because Joe Quesada. Okay, you need to know who Joe Quesada is. And then you read Brand New Day, and it's like, this is born from the behind-the-scenes stuff that was all very publicly happening. And I don't know. I understand some people were just like, but I don't care. Like, I did not pay attention to it.
Right.
And what I maybe am more emboldened 20 years later to say is that I didn't like those other stories. Like, I like a Spider-Man book I don't have to think too much about.
Right.
Like, I like a book where at the end of the day,
you never know what's gonna happen
nothing really
next.
changes. Like,
But we still get thwips and quips.
yeah, thwips, quips, and villains happen.
Yeah, it's still like safe.
Yeah. It's the safest book Marvel puts out. Spider-Man Brand New Day, it's in the comments down below. I don't know if it's like the omnibus or whatever, but it's like you can get the whole kit and caboodle at this point. And there's a movie with the same name that will be nothing like this.
God, I hope not.
I imagine it'll
How
take...
could it possibly?
I guarantee you it'll be a similar situation in the opening where it's like Spider-Man's been...
yes.
You know...
New status quo.
Status quo, a lot of new characters popping up.
People knew who he was, and then they've forgotten who he was.
Yeah. People hate him.
People hate, yeah.
Yeah.
But then some random character will just be like, hey, Tiger.
Mr.
Right.
Negative.
I'm called Jackpot.
Mr. Negative will probably be in the movie, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole thing. And I'm like, you know what? And it's a good name for a movie that's like promising to do a whole new initiative for the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, and it's not doing this, so it's fine.
And it's not even doing this. It's weird. It's a weird book. It's a weird initiative, and it irrevocably changed Spider-Man forever. And it also kept me from ever like truly enjoying the book again. Like sometimes I like it, sometimes it's exciting, sometimes it's a fun moment, but like it shook me out of my understanding of the character and the book. Like I was like,
You mean because they changed him drastically?
well, and they proved like
It's like, well, it's not my Spider-Man anymore.
it doesn't even matter if you care. You know, like no matter how good the story is, no matter how impactful the creative teams are, it's never more powerful than editorial mandate. So, you know, nothing's guaranteed.
Nothing's guaranteed.
Like,
I guess that's really what you're saying.
Really, nothing's there are no guarantees.
There are no guarantees
in comics, which is true, but also like haunting.
You don't need it shoved in your face.
I really don't need an initiative with characters like showing up every third panel, going like, "This isn't for you anymore."
Eventually,
Don't forget.
everything ends.
Yeah, don't forget. Nah, you're not.
Nah, you don't forget.
Because I'm going to remind you every 2 seconds. Yeah, and sometimes there'll be like brief respites, but again, like I was really harsh on Nick Spencer's run on Spider-Man, but all he was doing was trying to scaffold back what had been lost. But he spent way too much time doing that before Editorial noticed what he was doing. And
Hey,
whoa, stop! Nah.
Aww.
I tried.
Yeah, he did fix Harry though.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, no, he fixed him all right. We'll talk about that some other time. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
Keep reading.
And I'm Bert.
To death with a tire iron.
Yeah, kind of.
Did you say you're Bart?
Bert.
Who's Bert?
I'm Bert. That's me. What, you guys thought I was Ben this whole time? Oh, no. Jackpot!
Oh man!
No, Ben was an identity I stole from somebody else. Or I bought Ben.
Yeah, I used to play Santa Claus on those specials you made.
Why would you, what?
What?
Why would you buy that identity?
Bert?
Okay.
All right.
All right, Bert.
No, you need to have an annoying name that I don't want to say.
A name that kind of rhymes.
It sounds like you're having a problem.
Barry Errett.
Barry Errett. There we go. Barry Errett.